Welcome back to the playoffs of North Europe Series 4. It is iPop, and with me, of course, it is Hayes. And we have some really interesting games lined up for us. Before we go into those, let's just do a middle of the day recap, basically, right? So far, we had two games that have been played in around the 16. Well, I shouldn't say two games only, because there's been 4 games yesterday. But the two games today, Nexus, they did lose against Nine in a 2-1 fashion, and Astralis Talent against Copenhagen Flames. That was a very interesting one, Hayes. I mean, Astralis Talent, they were all over those two maps.
Yeah, they destroyed Copenhagen Flames. I mean, they went 3-0 in the group stage as well, Pops. They've just continued that form here into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course, Copenhagen Flames just replaced Regali with Farlig yesterday or the day before. So a very recent change there. And Astralis Talents have capitalized on that, and they've won that match. So they'll go into the quarterfinals. And the great news for Astralis Talents is they play against the winner of the next game of the day, which is Sinners versus Honoris. That's a very winnable game. No matter who comes into that quarterfinal, they'll definitely back themselves to go through to the semi. Only then will they run into a really tough team in either Nine or Saw. Gamer Legion, 9 or 500 rather. Gamer Legion versus Saw, the other quarterfinal, and then Monty will play against the winner of the last game today, which is Fnatic versus Let Us Cook. So that's the action left remaining today. Honoris versus Sinners, then Fnatic versus Let Us Cook later on today. Pop, we're covering both those matches. I expect this one to be closer than the game we have later tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about before, like how Fnatic are going to play against Let Us Cook, and I guess everyone is thinking that Fnatic are probably not going to have a hard time, but I still do believe in Let Us Cook. Until then, we have a game between now and then, so we need to focus on the game at hand. Honoris taking on Sinners. And Honoris, they are here because it seems like NIP, the main team of NIP, withdrew from the event, so Honoris came in their stead, and they're playing against Sinners. Now, this is around a 16 game, as the previous ones today and yesterday were, so there's no second chance. You have to win here. Honoris, they're looking better and better, I gotta say. It is Taz, Sobol, Lunatic, Sammy, and Raiko. And right now, they are ranked 43rd in the world, slowly getting there, slowly winning games and getting higher in the ranks. The thing is, they, in the close qualifier for ESL Melbourne, they actually won in the upper finals against Ecstatic, but then they lost against Ecstatic in the final and didn't manage to qualify, which was heartbreaking. Also, a couple more losses after that game against Sangal and Eternal Fire Academy, and after a good 3-win streak, it's not looking that hot anymore maybe for Honoris. I do think they still got it.
Especially after they failed to qualify for IEM Rio, after they lost in the winner bracket final where they had a chance against Nine, and the lower bracket final against Big. They lost both of those matches. And then, as you said, they recently failed to qualify for ESL Challenger Melbourne. So those are definitely two rough results. But they're currently ranked 43rd on HLTV. That's their highest ranking as an organization. It's the highest they've ever been. So they're definitely still on the up. And, you know, they're getting more and more opportunities. Getting invited to the playoffs, obviously a big feat for them as well. So yeah, they've been late bloomers, have these guys, but they're in a good place. Despite the fact they haven't been able to qualify for lands, you would still say they're in some good form right now. Let's have a look at their opponents. It's Sinners. Now, it feels like I think they're still looking for a full-time replacement for Zero. I know he played their ESCA matches with them recently. Obviously, he's taken a step back from the game. They've got Altex in his place. And Artix has actually impressed me, Pop. I don't know how much you've seen out of him, but he's actually been pretty solid and pretty consistent. He hasn't been like a crazy fragger, but that's not what they need out of him. He's been able to hold his own, and he's impressed me so far.
I mean, so far, he's been in the team for 18 days, and he only has 11 maps played compared to Beastic's 836 over the past 3 years and 2 months. So at first, yeah, sure, maybe he's just getting used to the team, right? Getting used to how they play, and with that, slowly he can get better and better and at the game, I would say, but I don't think that's necessarily fair for him, as he had, well, basically the games with Sinners are, you can say his first matches on HLTV. He did play for his national team in 2021, but right now, up until, well, since 2021, when he played for national team, those are the only games. The games with Sinners are the only games that he played. So he has to get
Yes.
back into the groove of things. And with a new team, of course, that's just going to be hard at first. But as it goes on, it should get easier, especially getting, well, bring in into a already an established team. I want to say they are ranked 67th in the world right now. And sure, you got to perform alongside those 4 players, but it is also a tall task just to try and do your best against very good teams from the get-go, right? That I feel like that's the main point, is he has to perform against good teams, and that will probably put him under the radar, maybe worse rating, but that doesn't mean he's not a good player. He just needs to get accustomed to the level of playing here.
Yeah, certainly. It is going to take some time, and I think he has the capability and the potential to make that happen. Having a look at the comparison here, it is going to be Oscar. So we've got the AWP of Sinners compared to the rifle of Honoris Raiko. Obviously, Samey is the sniper player for the Polish team. Very similar impact out of both of these players. So, I mean, when you look at that from a rifler, the fact that he's got a 1.22 impact, that's super high coming through from Raiko, and very impressive indeed. Oscar at 1.2 also putting up some great numbers recently, sort of just taken like a duck to water after he's rejoined the Sinners roster. Obviously they are going through a bit of turmoil with that roster change, so I don't think we've seen the best out of them yet since he's rejoined the team.
Oh yeah, and let's talk a little bit about the maps here, the veto. So let's see what maps are going to be played here. It's going to be Nuke, Overpass, and Ancient. Now, Honoris going for the ban on Anubis. It seems to be their permaban. They did play it once, but not necessarily a good result against Apex. Sinners, they ban Inferno. It is their permaban. No news there. Now, Honoris going for the Nuke peak. I do understand it. It is their second most played map. 55% win rate, 38% for Sinners. They played it for 13 times as well, but it is no issue to pick into it for Honoris. We do know they have a strong nuke. Now, Overpass is interesting because for Sinners, that is their best win rate map. And for Honoris, that is actually their 4th, but that's 47% win rate still. So Honoris, it is looking better for them so far this veto. Ancient is a wild card for both teams, as Honoris are on 29% win rate, Sinners are on 25. So if we get to the third map, we can see maybe that the same level, well, I wouldn't say the same level of play go down, but we could see them maybe struggle a little bit with each other. But those first 2 maps, those 2 should be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I think that actually all 3 maps are going to be pretty much 50-50 across the board. I know that there are advantages in terms of each team who have picked either map, but I still think that both teams are going to be more than competent on their opponent's map pick to put up a competitive performance. So, and even when you just look at this matchup here, Pop, like this is the round of 16 matchup. This is a playoff matchup. I mean, we would normally see this type of a game in the group stage. So these guys are familiar with one another. They're going to brawl this one out. I mean, they've played against each other twice this year already. Sinners won the first time 2-0, but then Honoris won the second 2-1. So it really, there's no way at all in telling which direction this match is going to go. The last time these 2 teams did play against each other, though, Pop, was actually in the Blast Paris Major Open Qualifier, where Honoris knocked Sinners out of the Open Qualifier, and they qualified for the Closed Qualifier as a result. And then they went through to the Closed Qualifier, and unfortunately, they weren't able to qualify for the Major. Sinners, they didn't even get through to the Closed Qualifier, Pop. So that's a rough result for them.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Vertigo wasn't let through here because in all of the times that they played against each other so far, right, we have 3 recorded matches, but one of them is from all the way in November, actually October. But Vertigo was present in all of them, and this time they chose not to go for Vertigo. We did have Nuke and Overpass, and it's been, well, I think Sinners actually won Nuke every time. Overpass has been won by Honoris, so that is interesting because last time they played against each other, it was the other way around in terms of maps, because this time it was Honoris speaking Nuke and Sinners going for Overpass. But as you said, I feel like this can be all of the maps can be 50-50 as well. But I do understand we are ready to go to the game. It will be Honoris and Sinners battling it out on Nuke.
Okay, so because this is Honoris' map pick, it means that Sinners have the choice of sides. No surprise at all. Pop, they're starting on the CT side. Going to be stacking 3 players in towards the A bomb site off the bat. That's a good call because Honoris make their way in towards that bomb site with pace numbers through Hut. It's going to be Zedko who gets the first shock undetected, able to pounce for free. A kill found. There are kills in response though. Sammy, the main chief responder with 2 kills coming back from his block. Bomb makes its way down the vent, and this round is just all over the show.
Oh, Sammy. He hears Outex rotate towards ramp, and oh, he hears everything there. Sobol, he's just gonna go back to the site. Go back to the A site and get the bomb planted. They will have no idea. Oh, they still think it's B. The fake is perfect.
Oh my god, they've sold them down the river, Pop. They've completely sold them down the river. This is round over. Look at Sammy's position. The knife is out right now. There is a kitch here on one player, but it doesn't make a difference. Altex loses his life. Beastic's so incredibly low, hangs around to try force the fight with Sammy. That's a quad kill coming through from them after Honoris lost the first 2 picks in the round.
Very nice start here. Oh, that is... Well, we can check this out as well. It certainly wouldn't really help her the end of the piss around there. But yeah, Sammy did do really well. There in ramp, just waiting, just not rushing to get the frag, as he was low HP and he was in grave danger as if anyone was actually looking towards him, but he will still be okay. Good tag onto Taz. The scout from Oscar though, and the nade. Oh, Taz very low HP. Still alive somehow. But the pistols, the upgraded pistols, shouldn't have a lot of problems taking down the enemy veteran, of course. They are getting 3 players into secret here, and they are making their way slowly towards that B side. They will find B-Stick with a 5-7. In the long-range duel, they might have the advantage, but B-Stick is holding a good angle, peeks out,
nice.
and Raiko just takes his head off. Oscar did rotate towards B, and Outex is there as well, but can they stop this push? Because at the same time, Lunatic is pushing into garage and outside.
Where does Honoris actually go from here? Because the bomb's now making its way back up secret towards outside. So there's options available here for Honoris, and it doesn't look like they've made any commitments. Lunatic, the IGL, he's the one who's starting to make his way up heaven. They're still keeping attention focused on that lower site, but Sinners haven't completely rotated. Zedko's still here. And you've got Shock, who's in lobby as well. So Honoris, they're getting really detailed with this one. Maybe a little bit too complicated. Kills will come through though, and never mind. A flurry of frags, and all of a sudden, Honoris makes sure that they're going to win the round.
Lunatic taking down Outex and losing only 1 player is not that bad for the economy of Honoris. Of course, they were against the pistols, against the force buy of Sinners. And right now, Sinners, they will be going maybe for some more upgraded pistols, but no armors, I'm sure. It's going to be an eco. If they would have gotten a lot of kills there, maybe it would have been worth to go for a force buy again, keeping the enemy's economy low, and you're sure that they're not going to have that good of a buy, but this time they're just going to go for USPs. The Deagle for Oscar. And, oh, that nade doesn't really land in the best place. But it is not the end of the world, as Sinners, they have all of their players towards ramp, and Honoris are actually going into this direction. This could be very interesting from the USPs and the Deagle. Oh, they are checking their angles, but they will find out everyone is here, and they're getting the frags. Zedko, last one standing, takes down Lunatic. But with the molly, Sammy will finish him off, and that's the 3rd one going the way of Honoris. Sinners, right now, they will have their first buy round.
When you're Sinners in that position, you're actually really happy because you hear all those audio cues, you hear all the footsteps coming in towards the stack, and you're kind of licking your lips thinking, cake, we got ourselves set up on the correct side of the map right now. Maybe we can make something happen here with this gamble stack, but then they just all get mowed down. I think 1 kill came through there from the full 5-man stack, so great response from Honoris. Good composure coming through from them as we head into that first gun round. AWP in play here for Oscar, but Honoris is going to be feeling good about the start that they've had here to their map pick.
No op, though, for the side of Honoris, and maybe Oscar can be the difference maker. Right now, he is slowly working his way up secret. But everyone from the side of Honoris are either on top of lobby or inside the lobby. Shock. It was a need right next to him. But Honoris are taking their time, waiting for Sinners to make their play. Because if they're going to wait longer and longer, it's just going to put a lot of pressure onto the side of Sinners. Wally has been forced out inside the hut, and Shock is still looking towards Squeaky. Honoris, they do have still a minute to play, a minute left to get their play done. And Lunatic, ooh, good timing right now because they're getting ready for the smoke. Sobel takes down B-Stick. Zedko behind the site goes down to the same Sobel. Raiko will get the frag onto Shock, and right now with a 4-on-2, this looks like another Honoris round.
How good is that coordination on the execute? I love that from Honoris. They just go off the timing. They just wait, and they as you said, I mean, there was a certain amount of time left on the clock. That's the thing. They'll just vary with that exec. They'll use that exec so often throughout the half, but they'll just change the time in the round with which they bring it into effect. So you never know when to use your util. You never know when in the round it's going to be coming through. And it's caught Sinners completely off guard. Util usage was perfect from the T side there as well. Flashes were on point. And it is going to be a 4th consecutive round coming through here off the bat for the Polish team.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. Just catching your opponent with utility in hand, and also, as you said, the coordination is just wonderful from Honoris. They played this map inside and out. They played it 22 times in the past 3 months, so they know exactly what to do here on Nuke. Already 4 rounds on the T side. Of course, it is the CT side favored on this map, and Sinners already calling for a tactical timeout, as they could be able to buy up once again, and I think that is the play in the end, although Beastie gets himself a deagle, so maybe they're just going to go for a half buy, an eco, just making sure that they have enough money into the next one as well. But with the tactical pause, looking for a way to stop Honoris from getting more rounds here, as they are on the T side. And if I'm not mistaken, for Honoris, their CT side, wow, I actually just checked the statistics. 50% exactly on both T and CT side. That is actually
For
insane.
Honoris?
Yeah, for Honoris.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is crazy. That's just so reliable. Normally, you'd want that CT side to look to be a bit higher than 50%, but if it means just sacrificing your CT side slightly to have a 50% win rate on your T side as well, you'll take that, man. You'll take that every day of the week. So this means Sinners are going to have a very tough time of it throughout this whole half on the CT side, just because there's so much depth from Honoris. They've got so many layers to their T side in terms of the timings, their variations, their protocols. They've got a lot of experience on this map. They've played it 22 times in the past 3 months.
And it seems
looking at Sinners as well,
Oh.
the one thing that we need to keep in mind is they've just been chopping and changing players a lot, Pop. They played their 3 ESEA playoff games with 0. I think they had to play with 0 because you couldn't add a player to the roster that late into the season. And now Altex is back into the mix. He's played Nuke twice before, but I mean, how much practice have they been able to get in? You know, are they certain that he's their 5th? Just still feels like there's quite a few question marks around Sinners right now.
Well, they are in the spotlight, but right now Honoris going for a fast play into that A site, and they're not checking the side. B-Stick takes down Taz. Oscar is still here with the but will miss the shot, and Sammy gets both of the kills. One player in heaven, one close to the smoke in main, and Shock is actually going to push, but Raiko was holding that. Bringing into a 3-on-2 here. As, Audex is in a good position with the M4.
No kid, time of the essence. Good peek coming through there from Altex. Very low HP on Sammy right now. Sobel in an awkward position. Holding the angle, holding the door. Knows Altex is coming through from there. Gets the frag. Only Zedko left at the scout. This is impossible. Collateral, perhaps? No. Shots on neither, except on him. And it is going to be 5-0 coming through for Honoris. I mean, Oscar... I mean, he could have won the round there for his team, right? Missing those 2 shots and the players coming out of Hut. If he hits both of those shots, there's no ways Honoris are able to win from there. It's like 4v1, I think.
Yeah, those were very important shots to hit. Now, interestingly enough, you saw there, I think it was Sobel, leaving the op on the ground. And I've seen this from multiple teams, just not using the op on the T side. Some teams not buying it, but getting it off of the enemy team and using it whenever they have the chance. And some teams, like Honoris, are doing here, not playing the op at all. And that also hinders your movement. But at the same time, Zedko pops to the smoke and takes down Taz. And those kind of situations maybe could have been avoided if you had it off all the way up on top of the silo.
A great opening kill there. Love that initiative being taken by Zedko, getting into the faces of his opponents, finding the frag, getting out alive as well. Damage onto Raiko. By far and wide, the best start to a round Sinners have had so far here on the map. Just to start, though, you don't win maps or win rounds with good starts. How do they go about converting?
The slow play right now, of course. Oh, Sammy actually finding Shock. That is actually a good peak for Honoris, making it back to a 4-on-4 and pressures back onto Sinners. That's the main thing. I wanted to point out that they were in a 4-on-5 and the pressure was onto them to find a kill. Audex will smoke ramp. Molly in a flash thrown, but Lunatic, there was only kind of a fake 30 seconds left, and it seems like they want to end up on that A site. Smoke for main being thrown. Beastic behind the fake vent. Good flash. And oh, the Molly as well. Beastic has no idea he's burning alive, but he peeks out and gets a double kill. No one was holding the angle. Oscar doesn't hit the shot onto Lunatic. 12 seconds left. They have to retrieve the bomb and plant it. Autex and Zedko both in heaven. The Molly will force them out, and they're actually going to pre-fire the smoke, but no, they cannot find Sobel just yet. Autex finds the double kill. Then the spam through the smoke doesn't work. But at least Audex, he closes out the round in favor of Sinners. That will be the first round for Sinners, but that was very close. To be honest, that Flash and Molly
Pop,
combo
I had a
was
sneezing
perfect.
fit, and I muted my mic, and then I forgot to unmute it. I was just talking, but I was just saying now that it was actually a really good set of util coming through there from Honoris as they were execing, right? The Flash one combo onto Beastic in behind the vent. He couldn't do anything, but he steps out and still gets a double kill. Like, that spray down was perfect. Still gets super close in the 2v2. I'm so impressed with Honoris's composure in those very tight situations.
Oh yeah, they were expecting no one to still be there behind the fake vent, of course, because he was burning alive and he had no chance to get away. But that was just, it was, somehow it turned into a perfect situation for Beastic, even though Honoris didn't really want that. But as we say, that Lunatic, he goes down secret. Was not spotted. Shock. Oh, timing could be perfect there for Lunatic, but Shock gets himself behind, well, some safety. I don't think sure he can hit this shot, but Shock, he should be able to just spot him and get away. Same time, just some more pressure put onto that A site. The wall bangs, sure, doing some damage, but not taking anyone out just yet. Now, Lunatic, they know he's here towards the B site. But do they want to go down the vent, or at least try to go down the vent? Because there's MP9s trying to block their path. Oscar getting the USP out in that situation. Raiko, easy kill for him. Beastic finds one. Shock takes down Lunatic in B. But can they push into that A site now? Oh no, Taz goes down into the vent and Shock is there to mid him, and Beastic takes down Raiko. Sinners, they shut down this push from Honoris, but this push seemed a little bit disjointed, having Taz go down the vent, but the other players going on to that A site.
Yeah, and not normally what we see out of Honoris. I was just singing their praises about their composure in those touch and go situations, and normally that's a testament to really good communication. So maybe a bit of a difference in opinions there in terms of what the best response was in that situation, right? So they will call a pause, and I really like that. You know, as soon as something sort of goes astray, cool, let's just call a pause. Let's just talk about what happened, discuss how we fell apart there towards the end of the round. They have enough money here to reinvest comfortably, so they have a decent punch behind them coming into this round. As for Sinners, this is a great opportunity for them, Pop. Win this, they get their third round, then they'll break that T-side economy. They get to play against Pistols, make it 5-4, and at that point, they'll feel like they're starting to climb into their CT side.
But it was still a very good start for Honoris. I mean, on the T side, getting those first 5 rounds, because we were talking about the statistics. Now, don't get me wrong, the statistics sure they paint a picture, but it's not a whole picture. It could be different situations because of different teams that are playing the game. But Honoris, they were on 50% both sides. Sinners, their percentage on T side is very bad, so they're looking to get a lot of rounds here on the CT side.
What we're talking.
And Sobol takes down Shock, the opener, for the side of Honoris, and they actually, well, kind of take control of B, but at the same time, he's by himself there.
Do you remember what that percentage was for Sinner's side? Just out of curiosity. Oh, great opening kill from Lunatic. Blows the door wide open on that A-bomb site. 5 versus 3. Job done, round over. Oscar's already heading for the hills. Zedco pokes and prods.
It was 37.6.
Okay, there we go. So, yeah, you're right. That is diabolically low. And it means that they need, you would say, at least 10 rounds here on their CT side. That's not even a possibility anymore.
Yeah, I mean, again, the percentages just paint a picture of how they played in the previous 3 months against the teams that they played against, right? Because last time around, it was a win for Sinners. It was 16-5 on Nuke for them. So that was looking way better. It was an 11-4 start on CT. Then they actually ended with a 5-1 in the second half. So we shouldn't take Sinners out of this one just yet, just because Honoris have better percentages, because those percentages sometimes can mean nothing in the grand scheme of things and in the game, because of course those are, well, maybe they had some bad days when they played Nuke, maybe their T side was weak against the CT side of certain teams, but right now Honoris, the main thing is they are leading, and they're getting even more rounds on the unfavored side of the map, and we could see them have an easier time on the CT side. That's the main point, because it is a big difference between this map and maybe a map like Mirage.
Especially because of what we mentioned already, the fact that Sinners struggle so much on the T side. Okay, looks like it's going to be another burst in towards A bomb site coming through here. Shock between the smokes right now. Raiko gets in towards A, not able to make anything of that position. Shock goes undetected, spots them below the smoke, make sure Taz can't get through down the vent, drop the bomb in the meantime. Huge impact coming through here from Shock right now. Kind of flips the round on its head there with that impact.
And right now, in a 2-on-5, it is, well, it is not impossible, but gonna be pretty hard for Sobol, actually. He's by himself right now after Oscar takes down Sammy. And behind Squeaky, he peeks into Zedco and actually wins that duel, but 1-on-5. 55 seconds left, especially without the bomb in his possession. Should be pretty hard for Sobol here to get the round done. I mean, it is not impossible. Again, everything's possible if you wish hard enough, but well, Sobol finds one more onto Shock. As long as he surprises, he keeps on surprising players. Wow, that is a nasty shot. A 1-on-2. Okay, Sobol, we see you. Can he get the last 2 frags?
There's no way.
I'm sure Audex
right?
will not peek until Beastic gets the contact, surely.
Oh, there we go. Okay, well played from Beastic. Holds the off angle. He knows he's got his teammates in heaven, so as soon as Beastic takes contact, the player heaven can just swing out and they'll have a 2v1. That's why I was saying surely not. Great attempt, though. Look at how much extra damage he inflicts. That's going to be keeping Sinners on the ropes in terms of their economy.
Yep.
Honoris have enough to full buy here as well. The pressure is still on in a big way.
I mean, it was getting very scary. If he would have gotten that molly off, could have flushed the player out of position and actually isolate the duel between him and the enemy player, not actually able to kick from heaven, I think. Raiko pushing through the smoke there. That is an easy double for Shock. Actually getting the triple as well, going for more. Sammy shuts him down, but Zedco ends the round with a double kill onto Sammy and Lunatic. And, well, going for a fast play here, Honoris, I do respect it a lot. Trying to surprise Sinners with a fast play onto that A site. But right now, look at this. Shock just mowing them down. And the fact that Taz was pushing in through the same smoke that 2 more players pushed in, and he had no idea where Shock was. He was looking on top of Hut.
Yeah, that's actually a good couple shutdowns coming through from Sinners now on that A-bomb site. They've been able to deny Honoris on both occasions. I kind of wish we saw Honoris actually digging a little bit deeper into their playbook in that previous round instead of just going for another fast-paced A. I think they need to respect Sinners, and I think if they do play the round out a little bit more, they have a much better chance of winning it than just going for that brute force straight into A. I think they've kind of wasted a few rounds by trying that tactic too much throughout the half. They're a better team than that, to be honest with you, than just rinsing and repeating into another A rush.
Ooh. Nice shot there by Sammy. Of course, it is the eco, so there's a big chance for Sinners just to close one more out with ease. They do lose Zedko, and Audex is pretty low. If Raiko actually takes on Oscar, oh, it was only a tag. The headshot was not hit. Sobol, the last one standing, taken out by Shock, and that is the 5th round for Sinners. Honoris, they will be able to buy up here. Now, what I'm really surprised is that we see the scout on the half buy rounds, but we still don't see the op, even though by now they know that Oscar, he keeps on changing positions, but it is a high possibility that you're going to find him outside with the op and maybe even take him down in a long range duel. But this time they won't have enough money to play with an op either way, so they're going to go for the AKs. Let's see how Honoris, they will change up their play, because surely they will not go for a fast A rush anytime soon here.
Well, Pop, you say that. I mean, look at the way that they're set up right now. They've grouped up outside a squeaking hut. Getting a bit nervous. There is Taz towards outside, playing around with the smokes, but I think there's a missed smoke there. Maybe a molly deployed so that the smoke doesn't actually land on its mark, and that means Taz is left exposed. I mean, it's not like he gets caught off guard. He definitely saw there was a gap in the smoke. He decided to try use the gap, and that's what cost him his life. He's 0 and 8, having a tough time of it here on Nuke so far, is the veteran. Sinner's going to go back, or rather, Honoris going to go back to the scene of the crime where they lost their teammate. Problem is, there's no more smokes, Pop. No more smokes.
Only mollies and flashes. I mean, sure, you can use those. Try and get yourself into secret, but it's going to be hard. And, well, Zedko is the one holding mainly. I think he's actually only spotting for info, but they're just going to rotate into B. There's no reason to try and aggress outside. And it's a 4-on-5, or I should say a 5-on-4 in favor of Sinners, so they can just rotate through vent. But there's someone holding. That is Sobol trying to cut off rotations. They have players down in B. That is Oscar down already, close to dark, and he has a very good angle. It would be very hard for him not to miss, not to hit a shot there, and he gets the first one, actually gets the second as well. But Raiko, he will go down to Zedko, and Sinners, they do get the equalizer. They do make it to 6. But then again, we were talking about how the percentage on the T side is not good for Sinners, and is a 9-6. Which we're not even there, but it will be the best situation for Sinners. Is that even enough for them to actually try and get this one home? Honoris going for another tactical pause, as they are also trying to get that 9 on the T side.
Yeah, I think that 9. I think 9 would be the rock bottom bare minimum for Sinners. I mean, it's not ideal, but I think anything less than 9 is pretty much tickets in the first half. I do think they can make 9 work going against their T side, though. So let's see if they can finish off flawlessly over 3 consecutive rounds. Has been a really nice fight back coming through from them here in these past few rounds, actually, it must be said. They were down, what, 6-2. So 4 rounds in a row. Should be able to add a 5th tally pretty easily. See the investment coming through here from Honoris. They've got that max round loss bonus behind them, so they're able to afford a bit more. They've got upgraded pistols and some utility as well with armor. Let's see if they can make something happen. Can they find a way to get into the round?
And a lot of smokes. Taz, he gets himself into secret. Now the thing is, losing 4 rounds in a row, that means right now they're on full loss bonus, so they're gonna have a really good buy into the next one, even if this one is not successful. But let's not con out the Tech 9s just yet. Zedko didn't have the chance to take down the pistols. Shock goes down without a fight. B-Stick actually only 1 kill, and Taz, he took down Zedko. This is a 4-on-2 already. Oh, this is not good for Sinners. This should have been their 7th round on the board. Should have been an easy and quick one, but Audex can pull through, gets Sobol, but Sammy nails the headshot, and now Oscar with the op in a 1-on-3. He expects Taz to still be up close here, and Taz, he's been spotted, takes out the Deagle. Oscar missing the shots, and Taz, he has to get the op. in the end because that's the closest weapon to him. But that is Honoris again in the lead and winning a very, very important round that should have been in the favor of Sinners. Now look at the money. They can still buy, but they could be going into a force buy in round 15.
Yeah, that would be the case if they lose this next round here. I mean, a massive way for Honoris to make sure that Sinners don't get the lead. Really didn't have a huge amount going for them coming into the round, but just great opening kills in the going into the A bomb site. They never look back. Sinners have to spend all the money that they had in reserve there. We were talking about 9 for Sinners, but now it might actually be 9 for Honoris. Attention towards outside coming through. Zedko's there right now. Ooh. He is on a nice angle. And accounted for, but as he steps back, Taz is on point. Stock spots them on the cross, gap in the smoke, exchanges damage. In fact, no, doesn't exchange. He just inflicts.
It was actually unlucky for Zedko. You peek, you see no one. And the second time you peek, you see 3 players looking at you. Let's see if they can actually push through into the sites. Oh, Oscar gets the shot onto Taz. Doesn't get the frag just yet, so they still have the player advantage. Outix will make it equal once again, a 4-on-4. Actually, gets back into hiding. Shock. Ooh, Outix is going to be surprised by Sobol, and Shock, he is left onto that A site to cover. Oh, I would say by himself, but Beastic is next to Squeaky.
That flash is so good. That flash is so good. It forces you to look so far away from heaven to avoid it. Beastic misses his taps at range. It's only Oscar left remaining, and there's no way for him to affect the outcome of the round from here. He's just going to have to commit to the save. 8-6, the imminent scoreline, and Oscar, well, like I said, desperate for him to save here because he needs this gun to go into the next round. They're going to be piecing together pots and pans, Pop and Honoris. They've locked in the half at the bare minimum. 8 out of 15, what's that, like 55%, there or thereabouts? So even above their 50% win rate that they average on their T side of Nuke this time.
Yeah, it is looking good for Honoris, and Oscar desperately trying to save this op. Shouldn't be a problem as Honoris, they're focusing more on onto CT spawn, as they were thinking that's the way Oscar went, but they will be wrong about that. And Sinners, Oscar can drop actually a weapon. It shouldn't be that bad of a buy, actually. Oscar dropping for B-Stick, Shock, Outix, and Zedko. They can get themselves MP9s. So, yeah, it shouldn't be that bad. They still have a fighting chance. Pop.
That's you got some copium going on there, bro.
At least it's MP9s. It's not that big of a canister of copium. It's a small one.
There's a FAMAS in the mix. That's the worst gun you could have in the game. Rather have a USP. No, that's a joke. But very rough for Sinners coming to the last round of the half here. As I already said, we were kind of talking about them potentially having 9 going into that T side. Yeah, 7 is the most they could hope for now. Zedko at range, tapping away with the FAMAS, able to get one. Taz knows because he's got the FAMAS. I'll just swing him with the AK. How can I not win that gunfight? And Zedko says just like this.
Oh, that is kind of bad. Double kill with the FAMAS. I mean, for Sinners, don't get me wrong, for Sinners, it is very good. But right now, Zedko, he's the point man. Sammy, if he takes him down here, makes it a 3-on-3, there's another player going down secret, and he might not expect Oscar to be there, but they have to hurry up towards the site.
He's going back for the kits as well. Oscar, pick up the kit. The kit was there. The kit was right in front of him, Pop.
Oh.
He doesn't pick up the kit. Sobol goes one and done. Lunatic left. Okay, Oscar did pick up a kit now in transition one way or another. Lunatic swings out, gets the kill onto B-Stick. Oscar has no chance here. He just has to get on the defuse immediately. Goes for the shot, does get the kill, but there's no time for the defuse to come through. Surely not right. Bomb is going to explode in his face, and that's 9 for Honoris.
9-6, a 3-round lead. And, well, Honoris, just a very good T-half. Completely different from what we've seen or what was seen in the previous best of 3 between those two teams. 16-5 was the score there in favor of Sinners. Right now, nowhere near that. And Honoris with the pistol round on the CT side, they could actually double the lead that they have right now. They could go all the way up to 12 if Sinners choose to force up. But right now, we do see Sinners going straight away into a tactical pause, just trying to take 30 seconds at the start of the second half just to make sure that they know exactly what to do here, how to play. Especially this pistol round could be very, very important for them. They could tie things up against Honoris. You do see the odds favoring Honoris there as they are leading into their own map pick. Make sure you check those out at cct.g/1xbet, but do remember to bet responsibly. Now, as the tactical timeout ends, the countdown for the second half will begin, and Sinners, is 6 enough for them? That is the main question, but we'll see. Numbers, or not numbers, but percentages aren't always everything.
That's true. I mean, stats only give us an idea of what we can expect, but when you're in the server, that's where you got to get the job done. And it does look like Sinners are going to just try and brute force their way in towards the, say, bomb site. They've got a couple of flashes. They actually have a lot of utility. HE grenade, smoke, 3 flashes as well. All hell about to break loose on the, say, bomb site. There are 3 players here for the CT side as well. A 4th not far away. That's Samey, who's actually in mouth. So they are more than prepared to deal with this massive execute.
Well, Sinners looking to play through Squeaky. Raiko, he is ready for the duels here, but I think they're actually looking towards him. Both players going down from on top of Hut, but look at this. Raiko gets the double kill. Sammy will get a double as well, and Shock, all of a sudden, he's in a 1-on-5. Tries to get a headshot onto Sammy, and, well, he gets it, but he needs to get 4 more. Raiko's holding from inside main. Lunatic is close by with a dual ease of all pistols. Nice shot from Shock. But Sobel will finish him off. Double digits for Honoris. And what a counter there to the play that Sinners were trying to employ on that A side, trying to go through vent. No, you're going to be denied.
Yeah, I mean, really good shots coming through there. I think it was actually a team flash for Sinners, as far as I could tell, that blinded up the one player. At least that's what it said in the kill feed, which is never always super reliable, but that was problematic. Oh, man. And Honoris, they take a massive leap forward in getting across the line here on their map pick by winning that pistol. It's going to be an eco and responsive from Sinners. They've got one upgraded pistol, a Deagle and Shock. Because he gets those kills in the pistol, he's afforded the luxury of upgrading here. So if you're Taz, you want to be careful. You don't want to give that Deeg an opportunity here to get a kill.
Sammy breaking the windows in hell, trying to take down Shock, but he is still safe. Inside Secret waiting for a peek from main, but they're not peeking in just yet. Oh, the shadow has been spotted. B-Stick. He will be taken down by Taz. In the meantime, Sammy, he found Shock. Outex will go down to Raiko, and so far it is an easy anti-eco for the side of Honoris. Oscar takes down Sammy, so there's some damage done.
Ooh,
actually,
nice.
Another one. Okay, that is not bad.
Lunatic just runs into his face, and Oscar just smacks him on the forehead and says, "Hello, I'm here." That is going to be an 11-6 scoreline, and pretty much do or die for Sinners coming into the gun round here, Pop. If they lose this gun round, then 13-6 before they get to invest again, especially if there's no bomb plant, and I don't know how they'd ever be able to recover from that position.
I mean, this first buy round, I wouldn't say it is a must win, but still, it would be better for them if they actually managed to take it away from Honoris, maybe try and lesser their economy. And with that first peak, Taz goes down to B-Stick. 2 players working their way up secret there. Should be interesting from Honoris. Maybe they can catch the players outside, but B-Stick already inside garage. Oh, Raiko alongside Lunatic, trying to get into some answers inside the lobby as well. Zedko finds Sobel, actually, an Outex.
Oh my goodness.
Peeks into Lunatic, actually dinks Raiko as well, and he takes him down.
Yeah, that's just so many awkward gunfights across the map for Honoris, and none of them go their way until Samey's eventually able to find a frag, but really shouldn't be able to make much of this position, just about fighting to stay alive at this point, and I don't think that's going to happen. It's a matter of time. Just need to make sure they don't lose too many players in the process of getting this kill, though. And it will be Oscar to finish it off with these. So there we go, 11-7. Big gun round going the way of Sinners. Didn't have to do a huge amount there. posted up, punished all the aggression that came through their way. Good initiative from Beastick. He was the one leading from the front there in the round. His right-hand man, Zedko, covering the back line.
I feel like if they wouldn't have gotten the frag onto Taz there, it would have just been a completely different story, because the other 4 players were trying to get info and also trying to get a kill to make it back to a 4-on-4. But as they managed to take him down, or if they wouldn't have taken him down, there was no need to push in. Zedko, he takes down Taz. So again, Zedko actually going down to 2 HP. Missing the jump there onto main, so that means he could be an easy target for the side of Honoris. Don't take through secret with a USB. We'll try to find someone.
Yeah,
And
Zedko.
he actually... risky peek.
Oh, Zedko gets the headshot, actually. That's huge. Kills coming through. Very easy conversion for Sinners right now. Sobel with the P250 up close. Could get that one-shot headshot onto Oscar as he rounds the corner, but no. Certainly not. And that is going to be Sinners reducing the deficit to 3.
Yeah, Sammy just waiting for a cheeky knife into the back of someone. And well, they are planting the bomb here. Sammy. Okay, he gets next to the vent, but Shock will check him. And maybe he was trying to get a ninja in, but with no util and also no defuse kit, a full 10-second ninja defuse is going to be way too hard, especially on Nuke, where even if they go towards the B site, they're still pretty close by, just going up the ladder and all of that. But with that, Sinners, they get their 8th round on the board, 11-8. And right now, Honoris, they will be able to buy, but we're going to see more and more of Sammy zopping right now on the CT side. Taz, unfortunately, only playing a FAMAS. And he's still the one holding outside. Would have expected Sammy to be there, but the fast play into a B-stick shut down by Raiko. And they're also looking into trophy room towards ramp there. That is Sobel holding down there.
That's a huge kill that came through there from Raiko. He actually has blinded up just after he completes the frag as well. So had that flash been, a millisecond earlier, then maybe B-stick gets the kill. Means Sinners have to reassess the situation. Looks like they're going to make their way in towards ramp, but Sobel, who's here, doesn't have any support. Deep angle being held at range, gets the kill on the first, but was always going to go down straight afterwards. So I guess going 1-for-1, not the worst result. Sammy steps up, and he will be the difference maker. 2-man advantage in play now for the CT side. Vital round from Honoris, or for Honoris, just to make sure that they maintain their position in the driver's seat here.
Trying to play into that B site. He should get at least the bomb planted as Raiko. I don't think he will peek before his teammates get there. To be a little bit more safe, or maybe with a surprise here. Raiko takes down Zedko. Was a free kill there for Raiko as Audex is out of the sight. 30 seconds left. Only a molly that he already used. Someone's playing with the door there. It's still Raiko, but Audex, he's looking in towards ramp. Time is running low. He gets the headshot onto Taz, but he's being held. Missed shot by Sammy with the op, but chances are very slim here with 13 seconds left. Audex looking for some more headshots. He's going to go down to Lunatic, and Honoris is a very good round to win. The economy of Sinners is very strong, though.
Yeah. I mean, they'll comfortably afford another investment check coming into the next round. That's not the problem, but the problem is the scoreline at the top of the screen. They're down 12-8. It was a pretty big gamble, the way that they approached the start of the previous round with B-Stick charging out of Squeaky Door. You can see he seems like a bit of a man on the mission. The previous gun round, he was towards outside at the start of the round where he got that opening kill. So let's see if he's going to have that enforcer role here once again. Right now, he is heading towards outside. This is the round Sinners have to win. Loses is 14-8 before they get to buy. Going to be Shock who goes down first. Taz blinded up. Gets the wall bang headshot.
Oh, this is an important duel for B-Stick, taking down Taz. So he's looking in the right direction. He still goes down, but Raiko trades instantly. That still gets the player advantage on the side of Honoris, or keeps it on the side of Honoris. Oscar having the op here. It is an awkward position to be in with the op, because even if you drop down, you'll be heard. Sure, you can peek on top of the hut and maybe get a kill there, but they can just smoke you out. Oh, they have no more smokes. Then, well, that's the problem solved then.
Does look like Sinner's just waiting for an opportunity here. Surely we'll finish this off over on towards the A bomb site. Oscar's going to try and split his way through Mouth. Try and drop down with the open land. An instant shot, that's the plan. There's 2 players in the A site right now as things stand. Samey's in heaven, not far away with the quick rotation. And there we go, bulk burst, or rather the burst in towards A starts to come through. Oscar will fall to Raiko. That turns us into a fairly one-dimensional hit. Lunatic gets in on the act as well. Only Outex left. He's good for a double kill in the entry, but Samey in position to respond and trade. Sobel was there as well. Such quick responses and rotations coming through from Honoris.
Now, this is problematic for Sinners. Sure, they can get some pistols, but if Honoris get this one, they get very close to that map point. They should still have another buy before Honoris get to that said map point. Now, with the Eagles, no armors, interestingly enough, and a P250 only for shock. Maybe they can surprise. Oh, Sammy nails the headshot onto Zedko. Outex did take down Raiko, but it is still a 4-on-3 with Outex on 20 HP. And
oh, you're brave, Sobel. You're very brave.
Yeah.
Not going to cost him his life. Outex barely has any life left remaining. 4 versus 1. Honoris looking to try and make this as clean as they possibly can from here. Which they... Oh my god, okay, there we go. Eventually Sobel gets the kill. 14-8. 4 players stay alive, 4 Honoris, so that's going to be a very healthy injection of money into their bank accounts. And they're now just 2 rounds away from winning their map pick.
to 8 Sinners. They do afford that buy. We were talking about AK's off for Oscar. We already, this is the difference that it was between the 2 teams, right? Because Honoris, they played with Yop only when that was the only option, right? It was the it was Taz saving after that pistol round, and he only could have saved that op. But Sinners, they do keep on playing with Yop, and ooh, spam from Taz is not bad. 22 HP onto B-Stick. Getting find the frag onto the upper. No, Oscar will actually jump on top of the red box. Sammy will surprise Zedko, almost getting the double there. Risky call, but he still makes it away safely. Right now, they have 2 players down into secret, 2 players regrouping inside. It is an awkward situation as Raiko has a good angle here.
Especially with the bomb positioned outside of lobby. Do they try and flank their way down ramp and pincer in towards B? Do they go back up secret? Look at Sobel. He's getting aggressive right now, and they're going to catch him out. Huge kill out of Outex. Now they have that passage towards ramp, but Samey's the responder. Could even try to go back up the vent. 48 seconds left on the clock. There's options available for Sinners. And I actually think they're going to be finishing this off on the A-bomb side, especially now that Lunatic's gone down. Raiko will fall as well. Oh man, Sinners, just everything that they try in the round has worked out perfectly.
Yep. Very good in the round to find for the side of Sinners. As that gets Honoris in a kind of a bad situation. I've seen a player with 1600, 1650. So are they going to force up here? Or they can just eco it out and maybe get a drop in for Sobel into the next round? Yeah,
Looks like that's going to be their option. Yeah, a couple upgraded pistols, but really nothing to get excited about. Look at Lunatic's discipline. That might actually be so you can afford to drop an AWP even. We'll have to see. Looks like Samey doesn't have much money either. Sinners have sort of constantly kept themselves in the conversation in this map pop, but it's never been competitive. They've always like won the rounds to make sure that they're still in it.
Oh.
But they haven't really been able to put any real tangible pressure on Honoris yet here on Nuke.
Oh, AK.
Oh, Lunatic. Look at Eastic and Zedko. Look how low they are.
This is very scary right now. Sammy, does he expect Shock to be here? Oh, now he should have. Shock getting one on the Sammy, but didn't land the second one. Raiko has an op. Ooh, this is a very big problem here. This would be a disaster for Sinners. It was an eco. Basically, you said it. It was a couple of upgraded pistols. Nothing way too exciting. Shock. This is very risky, but
Oh no,
Sobol doesn't.
Sobol.
Oh
He can't see
no.
Shock. No, that's so unfortunate if you're Sobol. Shock is living his best life. Raiko about to get double peaked. Bomb's just trying to make its way back in towards Hell, and they'll head down the ramp in towards the B bomb site. If you're Raiko, saving the Orpia, I reckon, is actually your best option. Winning the 1 versus 2, incredibly unlikely. Sobol really doesn't have much money either, but it actually looks like Raiko, well, he's feeling it. He wants to have a crack at it. Why not? Let's have some fun.
Shock. He will find Raiko, and the fun is over. Fun detected. And
It didn't last very long.
yeah, that's double digits for Sinners, but that was very scary. I mean, just Sobol, if he wasn't facing the wall in that situation, it would have been an easy headshot from him with the USP. And it could have been just a perfect situation for them to end the round in favor of their team. Still, very good effort from Honoris. Very scary for Sinners. And right now it is 14-10, but Honoris, they will be able to buy up here. An op onto Sammy as well. We did see Raiko in the previous round with it, but he was, of course, the op of Oscar. Taken off of the ground. Now let's see what strategy actually Sinners would employ for this one. Lunatic, he's actually inside the vent and also inside the smoke. But I think that's still very risky. I think that's still very risky. If people just push into you, you're still gonna be lacking that precision that is taken away when you're on the ladder, basically. Sobol.
Spotted. Samey is also in position. Altix got to kill elsewhere, though. Beastix found a frag as well. So even though they're not able to get through ramp, which was the initial plan, they've still got a man advantage in the round. And that A bomb site's going to be feeling the pressure. Raiko can't drop down because he knows that'll give away his position.
Sammy right now with the op. Looking down into the trophy room. But it is going to be an A hit. Sobol, he has to get the attention of the enemy players so that they're not looking towards Raiko, and they're not. Raiko gets out. X. Can he get one more? Dropping down for the hot. Shock, missing his chance. Oscar nails the headshot, makes it a 2-on-2. But look at Sammy pushing with the USB. That's bombed down. And Beastic, what was once maybe a very good idea, he is very late to the party here.
Yeah, such an awful position to try and recover the round from. 1 versus 2, has to drop down to give the audio cue away, or to try and even get in position to win the round. There we go. Will fall. 14 seconds left. 10 seconds. The only way he could really feasibly win this is by kills, and looks like he's probably accepted his fate, and he's just going to settle to save the AK. Maybe catches the AWP off, but have to going to continue to extend for that to be the case. He will pick up the AWP right at the end of the round, so we'll at least get that into the next. But Honoris, they get themselves to map point.
On their own map pick here, Honoris looking to close it out. They have 5 chances right now. Sinners, they need 5 rounds in a row to prolong the map. And it is not going to be easy. As Honoris, they showed us that they're playing a very good one today, and they are looking to close it out here as soon as possible. Now, already some damage dealt to Beastic into round 26. The nades doing the work. There's only one smoke outside. They're actually going to push beside it. It is Taz, the one holding down alongside the off of Sammy. Not looking outside. Raiko takes down Shock, but there's the second player that passed through. That is Beastic.
Oh my
going
goodness,
down to Raiko as well. Oh, Oscar on 4 HP.
He's just doing so much damage. We saw the numbers coming into the series. 1.25 impact rating. 1.25 impact was the number, if I recall correctly. Either way, 3 versus 3. Sinners not out of it just yet, Pop. Low HP on majority of their players, but they've got a free path into the B bomb site right now as things stand, and it looks like that's where they're headed.
And it is a free site. We'll be able to get the bomb down, but Will he be able to hold down the site as well? Honoris. Wait, are they actually going for this one? It seems like they're backing away. No, I think
Yeah,
they're
it
actually
does.
saving. Well,
Yeah, they're
technically,
saving.
the money is a big issue. The economy is a big issue. So just saving
Yeah.
here is better.
They went for the gamble. They said, okay, let's just stack up on A. If they go B, we're going to save. The problem is when they go back and watch the demo and they see how ridiculously low both Oscar and Altex were in the round, they're going to regret not having gone for it here. They wouldn't know that, but that's a rough one. Sinners, I think they dodge a bit of a bullet there. They'll be happy. And I don't think Honoris is actually going to be forcing up around these 3 guns that they save. I think they'll just eco, and then that guarantees them a buy in the round afterwards. So means it's going to be an uphill battle, to say the least, for Sinners as they try and make this comeback happen. But 4 more rounds won, and then we go to overtime.
Well, as you said, 4 more rounds for overtime from Sinners, but also 4 more chances for Honoris to close out the game. And because if they were on basically no loss bonus, 1400, they have to force up into this one either way. Even though they save, they can only afford to drop an MP9 and a FAMAS for Taz. Actually sending no one towards ramp. They have a lot of players outside. Beestick is in a very good spot here inside the smoke. Do they expect him?
I don't think so. No way. And he's going to get so many audio cues as well. Same with the AWP. Never look in that direction. Although Beestick is covered anyway. There we go. Steps out. Kill for free. Doesn't know, though, that Taz has bypassed him in the process. So at least there is some sort of benefit here for the CT side as well.
Oh, they're already made their way into hell as Zedko takes down Sobol. Lunatic found by Altex.
Perfect round.
Yeah, it was just perfect. They never took into account that a player could be inside the smoke there. And that was just perfect. Taking down Sammy, the Opper. Altex almost takes down Raiko. It will be Raiko in the end to win the duel, but now they know where he is and where he could be heading to. As he is still holding down for any kind of aggression towards them, trying to save this M4, because, again, this time they're going to eco for sure. They're on 1900 lost bonus this time. So.
Yeah. And that means 15-12 will become 15-13. Raiko might not even be able to save his M4 yet. Decides to try go for the kill. Will find the frag on Shock, but then they know exactly where he is, and they are the hunting hounds right now. Raiko just looking for an inch, and looks like he will find enough space to stay alive here. Oh my god, Oscar? Yeah, I thought so. He decides against it, rightfully so. Okay, 15-12, 3 more rounds. That's what Sinners need. How many gun rounds in the mix, Pop? Lose this, 15-13, 1 gun round.
One.
Lose that, 15-14, then it's a 4-spy, mate.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad situation, I'm sure. They have some nice skins on the USP. Do you know where I can get some skins, Hayes?
I do, yes. Actually, you could head to Hellcase. Would be your best option, Pop. You could even just click the banner below the Twitch channel. It's right there. It'll take you to the site. Use the code CCT. You get a deposit bonus and everything. But make sure you do it all responsibly.
Oh, yes, I will. Be sick. Oh, he'll responsibly takes down Taz, and Shock will find Sobol. Now, Raiko is still the only one to use a weapon into this round, and it's a 3-on-5. It should be just an easy end for the side of Sinners, unless there's going to be... Oh, timing is perfect there for... Well, technically for Raiko, because Beastig was holding down into main. But if he can find the kill onto Beastig, maybe there's going to be a chance. He's peeking into his garage, but not really decisively there, Raiko. And they're playing this very slow, Sinners. They want to make sure that they don't lose a lot of weapons. Don't allow for saves as well. Beestick still searching for a kill. He sees Sammy, and Shock will take him down. Beestick finds a headshot onto Raiko in the end. And Lunatic, he will find one onto Shock.
Okay, well, you take that if you're Lunatic. That's a potential AK as well. No armor, though. Okay, able to actually adjust the spray. Maybe a slight little prayer was said there. Classic spray and pray. Will work out for him. Gonna have to be a goddamn clean tap if he's gonna get the swallow frag onto Oscar. Not gonna happen. 15-13. Sinners take another step closer. 2 more rounds. They get the job done in terms of pushing this to OT. As for Honoris, well, they've got 2 more chances to close it out here in regulation.
15-13, and as you said, 2 more chances. But the thing is, this could be, well, I wouldn't say their last buy, but their last goodbye. That is the problem. M4s and an op for Sammy, trying to shut down Sinners, trying to stop them right here. Oh, and actually BC going through a molly. They're losing some of his HP, but he makes it into Secret, and he will actually be heard by Sobol, so they have that info. More players pushing outside behind the safety of those smokes. And Sobol should know no one rotated into B.
Yeah, there's no real response at all coming through from Honoris right now. Okay, it's going to be Sammy who starts to sort of peer in that direction with the AWP, and actually Taz is going to be joining him. They still don't seem incredibly certain. They don't have much information to play with either. I think that's why it looks like Raiko maybe wants to try and consider pushing through Squeaky Door. You've got Sobol who's outside right now. But Sinners have circumvented this B bomb site. They are all over right now. Taz, he's just trying to find an inch to maneuver, some way to stay alive and avoid the spray. And he will for now. Sammy takes the contact, gets the kill. That's going to be taking some attention away from his veteran teammate.
Oh, timing is everything there, Taz. Is he spotted? He was now, and Shock takes him down. Sobol manages to take down Oscar, swings the doors open, and he takes down Beastick as well. Shock goes down to Lunatic, and they turn it around. Audex will go down to Raiko, and that is Honoris finishing the first map with a 16-13. Sinners, good effort to come back into this one, but in the end, it is Honoris to close it out in their favor and win their own map pick.
Yeah, great work coming through there from Honoris. It looked a little bit shaky there towards the end, but they're able to lock it down on the B bomb site. A little bit ironic considering how detached they were from that B bomb site at one point, but they do win the map 16-13. Pop, it means they take the 1-0 lead here in the playoff match. Next map is going to be Overpass, the pick of Sinners, but Honoris are certainly no slouches on the map. Hopefully for Sinners' cause, they will be able to find some fire here in the short break. When we come back, it's that second map.
A very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move, one push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-bet.
Are you sick of just opening cases? Join the events! At each event, you can find special cases from which tokens fall. Tokens are your ticket into a world of unique awards. For tokens, you can buy a skin, premium, or special balance. Try your luck in the skin generator. Also, you can leave your tokens at the token vault, and the more tokens you keep, the better skin you'll get. Add variety to opening cases with Hellcase.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
second map underway. Overpass, the map pick of sinners. Really close first game there, Hayes, but can he get this one? Because last time around, it was a win for Honoris, 16-14, so it was a close game.
Yeah, good point. I don't think that there's any clear direction this one's going to go. Pretty 50-50 off the bat, which is a problem for Sinners because they're chasing the series 1-0, and it's not like they've got an easy map to play into here. Honoris have the choice of sides as well, Pop. Starting on that favorable CT side, Oscar's going to step out and realize there are 3 players heading in his direction. Unfortunately, won't be able to get a kill before he goes down, and it means that Sinners will put the pedal to the metal into that A-bomb site.
Pushing through long here. No one basically on site. Sammy looking in from mid. The bomb will be planted. Ooh, shock. Nice shot on Sammy there, but now they know where he is. Can they overwhelm him? Lunatic. What a nice one onto Audix. Ryko takes down Shock, and now becoming a little bit scary. Lunatic will throw the flash, but Zedko takes the time to peek and get the frag. Sobol, an important one to win, but right now we're back to a 2-2. That advantage that they have, the man advantage, gone. And in a 2-2, Taz and Ryko looking for the kills. Zedko could get one more. Runs to the bullets, and Ryko, he takes down Zedko. Taz is defusing, and then it's too late for B-Stick. Honoris, they win the piss round.
B-Stick decided to go for the kill on Ryko before he swings to get Taz, and that extra little split second, that half a second that he takes, means that the defuse gets completed before he gets that last kill. Honoris win the pistol. I mean, it was looking likely at one point, right, in the 4 versus 2, but then they actually aren't able to get onto the site itself. Huge kills coming through there from Ryko, and then eventually B-Stick has a great effort, but it's not enough.
And well, they did get the bomb planted, so they will buy up here. They're going through the molly in mid, getting themselves close to the fountain, but the flash is good. Sobol, not the best spray, but he gets the job done, and he will make it safely inside connector. Sammy with the scout, missing his first chance, and he will back away. Too risky to peek in once again. Let's go through the bathrooms. He's very fast there. Sammy missing once more. He will throw the smoke. And he will
Not a great smoke
into mid. I think I've seen that smoke countless times, and it blocks like the headshot angle, I guess.
Yeah, true. It's the only problem I have with it is it allows them to close the gap, right? It allows them to start to push in towards the bomb side without any indication, like Shock is right now. And he will catch Taz off. There we go. Perfect indication, perfect execution. Site opened up. All 4 players take the control. Sammy continues to rattle off the shots. None of them connecting, though. Big flank coming through from Sobol. Where's that bomb plant? Oh, okay. Good old classic jump speed. The jumping scout coming through from Sammy. And it's going to be a kill from Shock, who pivots in towards long, but pays with his life. Only Artex left remaining. 1 versus 3. Beautiful transfer. He's running out of ammo though, Pop. He only has 4 more bullets. Sammy doesn't have much health, nor does Artex. Armor on both of the players. Time aplenty. Sammy surges and frags.
What a drive from Audix there. Almost getting the 1v3. Beautiful spray transfer, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Sammy will close it out in favor of Honoris. And that will be their second round on the board. Right now with that bomb plant, Sinners, they could actually go for another force buy here. I don't know if it. I actually think it is worth it because they took out 4 players, so the enemy's economy is low, and you can get in with the Galils and an AK for Audix. But it seems like in the end the decision was just to half buy it. It would have been an interesting one if they actually went for another full buy here.
Yeah, I kind of would have liked that decision, to be honest with you. Yeah, look to just try and rattle your opponents, don't give them that room to breathe. They can still make something of this round, though. It's not like they've completely given it up. Upgraded pistols, utility, they've crept quite far forward in towards Monster. Lunatic going to get completely blinded, goes for the blind spray. Ryko steps out, 2 kills coming through from him. Taz looking to be the difference maker. Actually, just kind of blows hot air. Not able to get much done on the defense. He'll go down to B-Stick's Tech 9. Closes the gap as well. Sobol spots him. Doesn't make a difference, though. Oh my god. So much damage coming through there from B-Stick.
And Sobol, this is a save, 100%. I mean, well, I was thinking how if they would have bought up, maybe they can win the round and get Honoris into an eco. even better, half buy it so you have a lot of money in your bank and also win the round. That's, yeah, sure, that works as well. Honoris, well, a bad round to lose here.
Yeah.
As it should have been an easy third one for them, but the Take 9s, they just overpowered them. The timings were good, the kills were good, the headshots were good as well. Sobol, I would say, lucky to be alive. That Take 9 dealt a lot of damage here. And with the bomb explosion, that gets Sinners their first round on the board here on their own map pick and on the less favored side of Overpass.
Also, the amount of damage that was dealt with their force buy in the second round means that Honoris have no extra money coming into this round. They'll force around the M4. No two ways about it. And this is Sinners' opportunity to actually build themselves an early platform on their T side, right? This is their map pick. They're chasing the series 1-0 right now. Yes, when we're actually used to seeing this type of a match, Honoris versus Sinners in the group stage, just as the playoffs though. And what that means, Pop, is there's a lot more on the line. And both of the Sinners were supposed to play against NIP. Now they play Honoris. Honoris will also think, well, we've got Sinners here in the playoff bracket. That's far more beatable than a 9 or a Fnatic, for example, who are also in the playoff bracket. So both these teams will be licking their lips at this prospect and fancying their chances.
Don't remind me of 9. They're the ones that eliminated Nexus, so I'm not so happy about them.
I mean, I'm surprised Nexus won a map, to be honest. That was impressive.
It was a very good try from them. But right now, focusing on the game at hand, Sinners not really struggling here. They did lose a player, but they took down a couple, Rygo and Sobo. And, Shock can actually find Sammy here. Yeah, Sammy's not paying attention to this angle. Shock. Right now, Sammy will realize that someone's right next to him, and that is not a friendly person. Well, I mean, in-game, of course. Probably Shock is a very friendly person outside of the game. But it is the equalizer right now for Sinners. And yeah, again, going back for a second there, Nexus, what a very good try against 9. But in the end, 9 were the better team, and of course, the better team wins, and they move on forward, as a bunch of teams did yesterday as well, and Astralis Talent also did today. And one of those, right now in front of your eyes, one of those teams will actually move on, and one of them, and the other, basically, will be eliminated. Honoris, they're already one step there. They need the second step, which means they need another map. Ooh. Only one.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, Beastic would have loved so much more than just a single kill with the map. Yeah. There was a chance for it to happen as well. But just to talk about the second game of the day, was Astralis Talent versus Copenhagen Flames. The Astralis Talent squad came through into the playoffs out of the group stage, where they were 3-0 in their Swiss stage. Great showing from them. They continued that form into the playoff as well. Comprehensive 2-0 victory over Copenhagen Flames. And they play against the winner of this match, to Astralis Talent. We also have Saw versus Gamer Legion as another one of our quarterfinals. 9 versus 500. That's going to be a banging game. Two teams in phenomenal form. And then the last game of the day, the last game of the round of 16, Pop, is Fnatic versus Let Us Cook. That's the game coming through after this matchup. And you and I get to cast that as well.
Yeah, I was...
Pop's excited for that game, guys.
I am excited. I am excited. There's
still
2 Romanians that can still make it through, but I mean, they're against probably the hardest opponent in the playoff bracket. So, hey, if they win against them, it means they can win the whole tournament, right? That's the assumption I'm going with. Full on copium.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. I think it should be a pretty easy victory for Fnatic. In fact, they should win this entire online cup, right? They should win this North Europe series.
Okay.
Ranked 9th in the world right now. If they don't, that would be a huge upset.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Of course, that is the match coming up after this one, as has said. And right now, it is Sinners, or rather Oscar, aggressing towards A long, getting a lot of space here. And whoa, a good nade. Sammy doesn't have armor, but look at that. Lunatic peeking down into Monster, gets a double onto Altix and Zedko. Right now a 5-on-3 in favor of Honoris. Lunatic will be taken down by Shock. The player still behind the pillar here. Not spotted just yet. Maybe the barrel of the gun was spotted from short. Beastic is hesitating on the peak there. But Raiko will take the duel against Shock and win it.
He's got support now as well. He's bought time. Great kill there from Beastic onto Sammy. Doubles down on Raiko. He knows that Taz is in the site as well. Taz will be able to find a kill, but flashed out. Taken down. 1v1 Beastic versus Sobol. Sobol will be able to silently make his way through. Did Beastic hear something? Looks like he has an indication. Not certain. No kit for Sobol, but time won't be the problem. In fact, he's got so much time on his side, he's going to be wrapping the whole way through a round monster in towards that B bomb site. Won't spot Beastic out immediately, though. Beastic tucked into the corner. Actually might have the advantage if he's not cleared by Sobol. It's going to be a free frag. Oh, he spots him. There we go. Kill comes through, and Sinners continue their strong run.
I'll quickly double check as we love our statistics. Both teams doing better on the CT side, but I mean, Sinners, they're close to 50% on the T side as well. 47.2 is not bad. And they're over 60 on the CT side. But again, the last time they played each other, it was a 16-14 win for Honoris. And it was actually both of the teams doing absolutely insane on the CT side. 11-4 in favor of Honoris, or in favor of Sinners in the first half. And then it was Honoris with a 12-3 half to close it out with 16-14. So far, seems to not be the case. Sinners are doing very well on the T side.
Yeah.
They got their first 4. And Honoris going for the tactical pause. I mean, if we're comparing it to the previous game that they played against each other, they should get the remainder of these rounds here in the first 15. Get 11-4, and then Sinners, they get a lot of rounds on the CT side as well. But if Sinners keep on winning here on the T side, it could be a very hard moment, the moment when we change the size. But you do see the odds still in favor of Honoris. Make sure you check out cct.gg/1xbet, of course our partner here, the CCT. But do remember to bet responsibly.
Sinners are going to be feeling really good with the start that they've had here to their map pick so far. 4 rounds, an easy 5th up for grabs as well. Actually feels like that next gun round's super important for Honoris. I mean, they won the pistol and then they won against the Force Buy. They then lost to an Eco Pop and they haven't been able to win a round since then, have the CT side. So this campaign kind of going awry, actually, in the first half. It's going to be an easy cleanup here for the T side against the pistols as well. Sinners are looking like a very well-oiled unit, especially compared to what we saw out of them on Nuke. They're looking super comfortable right now here on this T side.
Yep, it is their own map pick, and as you would expect, they are doing good. But Honoris, they slowed down for a second here. They are on the CT side. We did praise them a lot on their T side. It was those attacks that got our attention. On the CT side, it was looking good, but they were losing a good amount of rounds. Of course, it is a different map, but so far, Sinners getting themselves up to 5. And Honoris, they do get the buy in. They have the op onto Sammy as well. EM forced to try and answer against the aggression of Sinners. Only was used, but he will be smoked by Beastic, just getting himself in a very good position inside the playground. But Sammy takes a quick peek down mid. No one getting his head out of that smoke, and he will back away all the way into the bathrooms, just playing it safer.
Look at this position here from Zedco. A couple players making their way up short right now, himself and Altex. Looking for dry contact. Taz, he's been jump spotting, doesn't see anybody. Ryko will gets a frag, but loses his life out immediately afterwards. You really don't mind that if you're Sinners, you know, just trading 1-for-1 with so much time left on the clock. Especially on a map like Overpass, where you really want 3 players in that B bomb site. This is going to be an awkward rest of the round for Honoris. Such an important round for them as well. They do like to leave a lot of responsibility on Samy's shoulders with the Zorb towards A. Often you'll just see him sort of jump spotting around by himself. This time though, Sobel has rotated up.
Oh, good molly. Blocks Shock from pushing in through the bathrooms. What is the play here for Sinners there? On 35 seconds left. They just now rotate the bomb over to A. It seems like it's going to be an A play in the end. They do still have a couple of smokes. And that smoke for headshot was used. Sammy. Well, kind of has a one-way or not.
Oh,
They
no,
can actually
dead.
push through the smoke. Ooh, Beastek, he surprises Sammy, and Shock will finish off Sobel.
Round is over. A bomb site completely compromised. Wonderful opening kills coming through from Sinners. Phenomenal utility usage. Missed shot there from Sammy was unfortunate. I mean, that was the problem with his position, is that he was just trying to cover so much, so he was never actually really able to commit his focus on any single place. And the push from long led to his demise. His teammate fell afterwards as well. Way too much pressure on that A bomb site. Great coordination from Sinners. That one ran low. Taz gets cleared. Nice snapshot coming through from Shock. He's 12-3 right now, Pop. Matching Beastek 12-4. 24 kills between the two of them in 8 rounds. That means they're averaging 3 kills between 2 players right now every round for Sinners.
Yeah, it is looking very, very good. And you could compare it to the T side that Honoris had on Nuke, right? Just doing better on the less favored side of their own map pick. Honoris struggling to keep up here with Sinners, and we could very well see a very, very one-sided half to end it up here for Sinners. By the way, they're playing because Honoris, I think after this round, they will be going into a tactical pause because nothing is working, basically. They keep on trying, but Sinners, they just push through whatever it is presented from the CT side. And of course, it is not looking good for the side of Honoris, as they are trying to rack up more rounds on the favored side of the map. Oscar finds Lunatic getting aggressive through the short tunnel.
Can't blame him. Trying to make something happen in the round, right? Just lack of an investment. Need to get cute, but Oscar's already posted up with the AWP. Good patience from Sinners in a round that they know they've got a big advantage in terms of the weaponry. Oh, Beastek gets caught with a nade out. Not going to be punished, though. Shock will continue to add to his kill tally, but at least a mere frag comes back. Look at the money, by the way, for Sinners. You got 4 players on 11k plus right now here, right, as things stand, and that's going into the anti-eco pop.
Oh, that is a nice shot from Sammy. Another headshot with the Eagle. Raiko's also there with the AK. Oscar hits that shot, a very important one, but Sammy, he's on fire with the Deagle. Round number 9, and Sammy, he could do it by himself in a one-on-one right now. Waiting for the play of Beastek. The bomb is down in front of the site. 20 seconds left. Beastek. Ooh, Sammy, awkward angle, and misses the chance. 3 HP. Could have been the round for Honoris off of the individual play of Sammy. But it wasn't
That's so
enough.
unfortunate. Oh, that's so rough, because he actually had a little bit of extra time there to line up the shots. He didn't have to go for the messy spray, but because he was on such low health, he was just so spooked. He was so scared. He thought he just had to try and go for the kill immediately. Great attempt from Honoris there. That was their eco round. They do so much damage. They have to complement that by winning this gun round. Now they're running out of chances. Now they're running out of time. Does look like they're just going to stack 4 players up on that B-bomb site here from the get-go. Sobel by himself in towards bathrooms, but Sinners, they're just so fluid. 2-2-1 setup this time. Shock finds the opening kill. Where is that? That's towards lowers, but actually, I think he wall bangs Taz there. Through lowers, in towards that B-bomb site. That's how he's found the opening kill. Go figure.
And Sinners just... they just keep getting the openers, and that just shifts the situation in favor of them when Sammy gets one onto Oscar. But look at that. The trades from Beastek, they're just so clean, and right now it is a 3-on-2. The bomb is slowly making its way towards A, but Shock, he has the rotation covered. And right now, Lunatic looking for a 1-on-3. A molly and a couple of flashes. Try and get the round done. Lunatic is going to try to go for this one.
There's no way, right? I mean, you can understand why he wants to go for it, but there's just no way of him making anything happen. Beastek just stands out on the open, doesn't even allow him to consider getting into the bomb site. He just shuts him down, cuts his head off. 8-2. One IGL frags out the other. Sinners are looking masterful on the T side of their map pick right now. What a complete contrast from the team that we saw on Nuke as well, right?
Yeah. And it is even better than the T side that Honoris had on Nuke. That's what is the most surprising to me.
Yeah, that's true.
When can they stop them? That is the main question. Or rather, can they stop them? Because right now, Sinners, they're just rolling through those rounds. They're getting the frags. Sure, they're losing some players here and there, but look at the money. Shock, Oscar, and Zedko over 12,000 in the bank right now.
I want to be friends with those guys, Pop. They could throw a pretty decent party with that sort of money. Raiko got a party heading in his direction, a party of Sinners players. He has an MP9 spray through the wall, forces him off the ledge, forces him off the frame into Zedko. It is an anti-half buy here for Sinners, but it's not even like these rounds that Honoris have been losing have been close, Pop. And that's a testament to what you just said now about the money.
Yeah, I mean, Honoris, each time they struggle to get the buy going, Sinners, they have no problem with that. And that's especially bad for Honoris being on the CT side, right? Because they're on 3,400, lost one is. But when they buy, they won't have money left over. And also, they cannot get a bomb plant to give them some extra money so they can buy round after round. That just means that they're bound to half buy from time to time. And so far, the buys and neither the the ecos haven't been doing all that well. Sammy with the Deagle, he has been hitting some nice shots, but that's not enough. Sinners, they look unstoppable.
So damn impressive, completely different from what we saw out of them on the first map. This is a great recovery from them here in the playoff game. We're seeing a phenomenal level out them. It's the Beastick and Shock show, really. Zedko sprinkling himself in the mix there, I suppose, as well. He's up to 12 kills, a triple kill coming in the anti-half buy round. But Shock and Beastick just continue to match each other, man. Just harmoniously dancing their way through these rounds. They're each 16-4 right now, so they've got 32 kills and 8 deaths between them in 11 rounds, Pop. That's just a remarkable amount of impact coming through from two players. Beastick's the IGL as well. He's just doing it all.
Yeah, they're having such a good game here at Honoris. They do have this tactical timeout here, but if this doesn't get any result, I am very scared for the side of Honoris, to be honest. I don't know how they can pull back into this one. I mean, sure, experience, everything. They're not going to crack under pressure. But it is just, there's any percenting this map.
I mean, mate, Honor has won the first 2 rounds of the map. They won the pistol and they won against the Force. They then lost against the Eco. And they haven't been able to pretty much even come close to winning a round since then. The one round that they were close in was with Samy's Desert Eagle.
Yeah, exactly. And they need the remainder of those rounds. 9-6, while this isn't, it wouldn't be a good score for CT side of Overpass. At least it's something to work with. And Braiko, he gets one, but Zedko shuts him down. Beastick, look at the shots he's hitting. It's another player here. Taz takes him down. Oh, Zedko's very close, but he's very low HP, so he's hesitating.
Oh,
Nade being thrown. That was scary, but Taz gets another kill. Found by Oscar, and Shock will take down Sobol. This is a 2-on-1 right now with Sammy on the op in heaven. Oscar, he's not paying attention, and this is a good chance.
Yeah, wonderful opportunity. 1 versus 2 for Sammy, converted into a 1 versus 1. There's time left on the clock. Shock has an AK. He's been the Chief Destroyer alongside Beastick so far. They're both on 17 kills now. Shock has to go one step further, though, if he's going to win this round for his team. As you said, Honoris desperately need this and all the rest as well at that. And it might not even be enough. Shock does recover the bomb. Won't have any trouble in getting the plants as long as he gets on it soon enough, Sammy. actually pushing his way forward right now. Shock's taking a lot of time. The ops on the angle. Oh, timing is perfect. Sammy with the adjustment there gets the kill. Shock never stands a chance.
And well, a good find. A very close one, but at least they win it. So that is something to start off on. And again, a 9-6 would be a good result, but still, Sinners, they could still pull through. That is the big issue. You get 1, but that's only to get you up to 3. You need to get more on the CT side. But let's see if they can actually do it. Let's see with this aggressive play from Sobol getting himself into birthday. I'm gonna go for the boost here, and they might be able to catch Sobol. They are looking in the right direction, but they won't see him just yet, so he can still be the surprise. Sammy with the up inside connector needs to hit the shot on the Shock, and he does, but Sobol falls, has to back away fast here, Sammy, so he's not overwhelmed.
At least he's able to get a kill, and he's going to be able to get back towards Long in time here. Just before players start to head in his direction. A minute left on the clock. Options available for Sinners. They've got Zedko posted up on side of Monster Tunnel, so they can make their way back down lows in that direction. And it looks like that's going to be their choice. But Oscar gets the kill on Sammy. Now that's a huge kill. Look at the minimap right now. Look at the pieces starting to shift here for the CT side. Raiko's making his way up. He's the kit carrier. It's only Lunatic left by himself with an MP9 on the speed bomb side. At least he's been left some utility. But the problem is that smoke doesn't mean anything. They're ahead of it. Zedko rips his head off. 2 versus 4. Raiko drops into the side, but he's been spotted. Eats a flashbang for breakfast. They're converging in his position. One and done out of him. Taz will save the AWP. Send us straight back to winning ways. Taz is having a rough game here, Pop. I mean, he got 5 kills on Nuke. He was 5 and 20. They won their 16-13. So that's 29 rounds. He goes 5 and 20. Sharon Overpass, we're 14 rounds deep, including this round, and he's 3 for 12.
He's been having a rough game. Oscar, he was looking straight at him. I think he realized a little bit late that he was basically watching the enemy player just trying to save, but he shoots him in the back, and not being able to string the rounds together is very bad here for Honoris, because right now they need to half buy it. This is round 14. This is the last round, well, not the second to last round of the first half. And sure, they get an MP9, they get 5-7, they get a scout, but if they don't win this one in the following, a 12-3, especially on the CT side of Overpass, that looks very bad, and it looks very winnable for Sinners. I mean, with the pistol round, they could basically close out the game. More or less, of course, because there's chances each time, but are there chances if it ends as a 12-3 in favor of Sinners?
I think from now, you could probably already write it off. I don't think Honoris are going to be able to come back from here. Not based on the fact that statistically, Sinners are even better on the CT side than their T side, and statistically, Honoris are worse on their T side than their CT side. So you look at that at both ends of the spectrum, and it just means we should have a pretty quick conversion here as we do slip into the second half. Lunatic and Sammy, last players left remaining, just trying to inflict a bit of damage. They'll find damage, but unfortunately none of it fatal. Boot Beastick, well, he's already got 2 kills in the round, but he wants more. 20 kills for Beastick, 19 for Shock. Just remarkable numbers throughout the map here so far between the two of them.
I mean, Beastick, he chose his name right. It is looking very good for the side of Sinners. And into the last round of the first half we go, but without much hope for the side of Honoris, unfortunately. Well, let's see if they can get this one. 11-4. Sure, it is not good. Sure, it is looking very good for the side of Sinners, but hey, it is that treacherous scoreline. 11-4. It seems like you're worlds apart from the enemy team, and then they can sneak in, and all of a sudden you're down to 11-11. But Of course, this is a tall task, and we'll see if Honoris can actually pull through. Because right now they do have the bye, so let's see if the bye can get them at least the 4th round on the board. The nade from Lunatic would be perfect here.
Yeah, this is a bit of a variation. We haven't actually seen this yet from Sinners of taking contact like that so early in the round, especially not with the AWP leading the charge. Not going to be actually able to achieve the desired results, so now they're just going to reassess the situation. There's time left remaining, and because of B-Stick's position in lowers, they have this option, right? So just what it just shows the value in always having somebody on the opposite side of the map just to create that space, give some depth to the round. Damage has been exchanged. Sinners make their way towards long with 2 players. B-Stick is now heading up short. There's 4 players on this B-bomb side as things stand, and B-Stick's going to do his utmost to keep them here as well, although Sobel, yeah, he's in 2 minds right now about where he wants to position himself. B-Stick misses a gunfight there. Rare missed shots for the captain. Flashes his way forward, looking very uncomfortable. And it seems like Honoris have a good idea that that's probably a fake. 4 players coming through from long. This is a great option though, Pop. No one's looking this way.
Oh, Sobel gets the frag onto shock. Now Sammy has to pull through. Gets the first one onto outtakes, the second one as well. But can he survive? Oscar is trying to take him down at the same time. The nade actually gets the frag. Oh, but yeah, that's not enough time for B-Stick. Lands the headshot, but Lunatic will not peek in. And that will be the 4th one for Honoris. You just look at the rounds and how they've been won, and those are cherry-peaked rounds. I mean, 11-4, sure, only 7 rounds. Maybe Sinners will get too comfortable as they have a big lead and all of that, but I highly doubt it, especially if they win the pistol round. I think that could just mean that the map is over. And you see now the odds actually being in favor of Sinners, even though they were in favor of Honoris at the start of the map. Make sure to check those odds out at CCT.gd/1xbet, but do remember to bet responsibly. And if they win the pistol round, I'm just gonna say it, if they win the pistol round, the map is over.
You don't think it's already over?
I think it's gonna be over. I don't think Honoris, only by the way they have been playing so far. If they win the pistol round and they get the following 2, maybe even win the bye round, then it looks a little bit more probable, right? And Honoris can get that confidence back and try and work their way back into the game. But by the way he's been looking so far, and also Sinners winning the pistol round, I think that is the moment that the map ends and Ancient is very close.
Okay, well, we're going to have to wait and see exactly what happens as we do get ourselves into the pistol round here. Honoris with a must-win pistol round, and then a whole lot more work to be done after that on their hands right now, as they start to shift themselves with numbers in towards that B-bomb site, not wasting any time. Oscar opens up the door, will exchange a bit of damage, but actually it's going to be the first kill that goes to the T side. Sammy still locking down the line, keeps them at bay. In the meantime, his teammates do take control of that B-bomb site. Kills continue to come through. Man advantage for Honoris converts into a 3-man advantage, as it's kills aplenty for Sammy in particular.
Outtakes now in a 1-on-4. Tough situation, as he wasn't really having the best of games. Raiko missing a chance there, but hitting the headshot, and then the decisive peak will just come in. Pistol round in favor of Honoris, and now that's what they got on the CT side as well. They got the pistol round and the anti-eco. Right now they will force up here, Sinners, and there is a chance for Honoris to get even another 2 rounds here. But I'd love for Honoris to make me eat my words right now.
Yeah.
I'd love for them to come back into this game, because those one-sided games are never fun, right? We're just praising a team and just feeling bad for the other team. But if Honoris actually make it back into the game, then it can become very interesting, as Sinners, if they start to show the signs of struggle, then Honoris can actually use that to their advantage and also to their confidence.
Well, we'll have to see if they can make it happen. I'm right there with you, though. I'd love to see some sort of a fight back coming through from Honoris. It is quite crazy when you think about the fact that they've won both of the pistol rounds here on Overpass, and they're down 11-5. They were able to win against the Force Spy in the first half as well, and then they lost to the Eco. Certainly can't afford for that to be the case here in the second half as well. HE Grenade does a bit of chip damage. They're on the cusp right now of bursting into that B-bomb site, but there are 4 players over on the side of the map right now for Sinners, though, as contact is taken by Taz towards bathrooms, that does start to pull some rotations. And that's going to be the time for Honoris to start to make their way forward.
Well, a shot hit by Oscar, taking down a player, but no, Zedko going for some headshots with the Eagle. Doesn't land one onto Taz, and B-Stack is the last one standing. Probably even the save is just the best idea right now, just saving the armor, also the Eagle. Gets the scout as well, so that is also something that can be dropped over. But did Sammy see him? He was looking in the right direction, but I think in the end it was just the assumption that he was there.
Yeah. Not really going to matter at the end of the day. Beastic saving a scout, not like that's going to be detrimental for Honoris. 11-6. I just can't believe that 4 of the 6 rounds that Honoris have won have come in the way of the pistol round and an anti-force fight. Imagine they were just able to string a couple gun rounds together in that first half. This would have been a completely different scoreline, but it's not the case. Now they will play against the Eco. This is where they slipped up in the first half.
Yep. And we'll see if the Scout and the Eagle can actually get most of the damage inflicted. I mean, the Scout is very important alongside the USPs. I feel like that was even more important than the Eagle of B-Stick. If Oscar can tag up 2 or 3 players, they're easy targets for the USPs, and then it becomes very awkward for Honoris. Sending 4 players towards B this round here.
This
Sinners.
is scary. Pop, hold me.
Let's see.
Flashes over the top. Sobol leads the charge. There are numbers for both sides over on the side of the map right now. First blood drawn by the CTs. Good response coming through from Raiko with the MAC-10. Alleviates so much pressure with that double kill. Molly will burn out Altex. Another kill eventually comes through for the CT side, but the damage has already been done. Low HP on a couple players here. Don't count Shock out of making this happen, Pop.
Spotted there, baited for a shot. Taz gets him down to 57, and slim chances, but he could have gotten it. If he would have had the headshot onto Taz, then it was very scary for the side of Honoris, but they don't. And now this is the first big test for Honoris, because it is the buy round for Sinners. And if they can pass this test, well, they have a good chance into getting themselves up to 9. And that's why everyone calls it a treacherous scoreline, right? It's the Zonix law, whatever you want to call it, because with only a buy round 1, and also the ecos following, of course, you get within 2 rounds of the enemy team. At first, 11-4 was looking like an astronomical difference. Even now, it's not looking like that anymore.
Well, let's see. Like you said, it all hinges on Honoris winning this gun round here. Raiko caught with the nade out. Taz desperately wants to trade, spraying away. Oscar will find the frag as well. That is such a rough start to the round. You can't really blame Taz either. However, it does feel like the window of opportunity had closed Pop, and he needed to just cut his losses. B-Stick in a forward position towards Party goes unaccounted for. Timing perfect. Oh, I thought the timing was perfect on the step out, but Sobol somehow able to adjust to get the kill back. So at least that gives them a little bit more of a chance in the round. And wait, this is very aggressive from Shock. I'm not sure if these footsteps were heard or not by Sobol.
Oh, Shock doesn't land the shot onto Sammy. Still player advantage for the side of Sinners. Lunatic, that was a frag he needed to get. It would have been B side completely open. 1-on-3 now, Sammy with the op. Very tough situation, and the save is just a better idea. So he's just gonna hold on to the op, and that means Sinners, they get to 12.
Almost entirely because of Oscar. Put those 2 kills in towards lowers.
Oh yeah.
Finds the first. He steps out into 3 players essentially, and he gets out alive. Taz chases him down. The Tasmanian Devil whirlwinds his way through lowers, but he's then sent into the underworld. Nice kill there from Sammy as he just fights to save the AWP. But Sinners win the first gun round, go up 12-7, and they take a big step closer to closing out this map and bringing Ancient into the conversation.
I know we've been talking about B-Stick and Shock playing really, really well. For Honoris is Sammy actually on 20 kills and 13 deaths. He is I don't know if I should say the only reason why they're still in this game, but he's a big part of the reason they are up to 7 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a technical pause called in here. Hopefully nothing too serious, as Honoris they're looking to keep on that momentum, trying to link some more rounds together, and they do have enough money for another buy here. But if they lose this one, then it becomes very scary for the side of Honoris, because Sinners, they could actually get very close to the map point. They could get to 14, and after that, it's a lot of the pressure onto Honoris having to win the following rounds.
Just talking a bit more about the numbers for Honoris. Taz and Lunatic have only got 9 kills between the two of them. They are struggling so much right now. Altix is struggling a lot as well. He's kind of flown under the radar just because his team have kind of been carrying. I think with Beastick and Shock going as well as they have been, haven't really noticed Altix's rough performance. 12-7, no money left for whoever loses this round, so would be devastating for Honoris' chances on Overpass, which are already very bleak if they lose this next round here.
Round number 20. Very important one for both sides, as both sides are out of money. Waiting for the 4-man boost here, but Sammy won't be able to spawn out anyone. And they're actually aggressive towards A this time, Sinners. So Honoris, if they get going for a fast play towards B, they're going to find only Shock and also Audex. Will smoke themselves out. The flash will come through. Molly as well. Shock waiting behind the smoke. Audex took down Lunatic. I think he was spotted behind the smoke there. Taz will finish off B-Stick. But Oscar, look how close he is. And Zedko is close by behind them. Oh, Oscar gets himself the double kill. Sammy will hit the shot. Goes for another peek. Sammy, he's so fast, but he will miss the third one. And again, Zedko, he was the second player to flank Taz. Oh, that is perfect from Zedko. He will get the double kill, and that is Sinners winning the round. That was absolutely perfect. Zedko, he came in behind Sammy. Well, he checked Monster, but he was too late. And the play towards A, being aggressive towards A this round, it was perfect for Sinners in the end. Even though Honoris, it seemed like they find the right timing to push into the site to get control of the site. It wasn't. It was Sinners coming in behind them. And just because they didn't go for the default, that's why Honoris, they go down into that round. 13 for Sinners. Honoris, they go for a force buy, which is not really all that good, and this is very risky, but it is kind of all they have at this point.
Yeah, losers 14-7, no money left in the bank afterwards. Let's see what they can make happen. I love the way Zedko plays that previous round. Just phenomenal game sense coming through from him. Great trigger discipline in a very chaotic situation. Honoris forced their hand into the next round. Oscar forces himself into the kill feed. 16-11, Taz plucked out the air. His tough times continue. Next point of contact is going to be B-Stick towards long. Couple players heading his direction. Will get completely blinded up by the flashbang. Hard clear by Lunatic. Great bit of awareness there for Honoris to level back into a 4v4. And they don't have to commit off the back of that either, because Sobol's in towards lowers right now, so they do have options available. Samey with the open to forward position. Excuse me, it's actually Oscar. I just saw the open, thought of Samey because I wanted to talk about him and the effort we saw out of him in that previous round. He was a live wire on the bomb site, nearly recovered the round for his team, but he couldn't make it happen. Oscar, he's the one with the only sniper, the sole sniper on the server. Spots out the player throwing utility, barely does any damage to Lunatic. Great second kill there in the round for Oscar. Eventually he will fall, but leaves his team in a doable situation.
3-on-3, and Audex is already on site next to the truck. Not peeking out, but let's see the peek. The double peek is good. They can get the bomb planted. Zedko is very close by. Shock, he's coming in from connector as well, but Raiko, he swings, and Zedko, that is an easy kill for him. Nade thrown at the same time. Shock must win duel against Sobol, and he does just that, and now it is Lunatic not having the best game. He has to clutch it up. Zedko will swing. Lunatic missing the chance. 3 bullets left. Needs to hit an instant headshot. 2 even. And he will miss. Gets to take 9 out. Somehow he's still alive, but Shock will make sure that's not the case anymore. And that is 14 on the board for Sinners. Honoris, they did get the bomb planted, so sure they can force up once again, but it is not looking good at all for them.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, that round was looking pretty good at one point. Thought that they might be able to make that one work, getting in towards the A bomb site. 3 versus 3, but they couldn't lock it down in the post plant. What a great performance coming through from the core 4, Beastic, Zedko, Oscar, and Shock. Just all putting up phenomenal numbers right now. 2 rounds away from winning their map pick. Each team wins their own map pick, and we go to Ancient to split the series. A map neither team is actually super comfortable on. So it should be a pretty messy affair, actually, once we do get to that 3rd map. Which is looking like it should be soon enough, actually.
Well, Raiko takes down B-Stick. And it is still a 4-on-3 in favor of Sinners. And they do have complete control of short. Very good map control so far from Sinners. I mean, Honoris, they were spotted towards long Audex, throwing the knee, the flash as well. Raiko loses the duel against Zedko, and right now it is looking very bad. There's a boost going on there. Interesting stuff here from Sinners. Oscar can see into mid. As they are pushing slowly through long, again, it's going to be very hard for Honoris to get anything done here, especially with Oscar in this boost. Doesn't get a chance to fire off a shot, but Audex is very close. Also, there's a player coming in from mid. If they pull through with this one, that's going to be incredible.
That's what they're relying on. They're waiting for Zedko to come through in the backline. That's why they're buying time right now. He's even going to throw some support utility. Taz decides to force the issue. Will best Outex, but takes so much damage in the process. Does dink up the player who frags him out. Sobel actually having a great attempt at the clutch. Shock barely has any health. Steps out with the op. Sobel gets the frag. Okay. That's a little quick fire 1 versus 3 coming through from Sobel. Honoris have just looked absolutely nowhere throughout this map, but good to see one of their individuals standing up and giving us something to get excited about.
Well, I mean, I would say that an individual play like that could be the catalyst for Honoris to come back into the game. But I think are we past that point? The point of no return, as they say?
Yes. Yeah, we are. We definitely are. It's just with the individuals as good as they have been. There's like Shock, Beastic, Zedko, and Oscar. I just don't see a world in which they lose the map from me on their CT side.
Well, let's see right now, because Zedko does take down Lunatic, but Taz took down Oscar. The weapon wasn't lost, but the aggression in short is perfect. Everything about what Sinners were doing on this map is just perfect. Every answer to whatever Honoris are doing is just perfect.
That's what I'm saying. 4v2 here. This was the force buy coming through from them. They did lose the first pick of the round, but it's been a phenomenal response immediately afterwards. Nice kill there from Sammy to at least maybe make this one a little bit more doable. Still time left on the clock. Bomb starts to creep its way in towards that B bomb site. Shock is the most nearby player for the CT side. Artix has a Mac 10 in heaven. That's not a great place to be. B-Stick with the M4, smoke. Honoris just taking their time. They just posted up on angles, and Sammy looks like he wants to maybe even consider faking out the rotation, but they're just hoping that someone walks into their crosshair right now.
Old Shock will be pretty passive. Sobel hesitate for a second with the smoke. Flash coming through as well, and they can get control of the site. Audex still in heaven, waiting to use the flash to enable Shock maybe to even push through the smoke there. Oh,
Yep,
there's
exactly
a gap. Oh, and that is just perfect. Wonderfully
Beautiful
done.
flash. Yeah,
Wow.
Gorgeous work. You can see the plan was set up all along. Shock comes flying through that smoke there with the 5-7 in hand. Puts 2 players to death. Even was able to take his time to find the second. And Sinners get themselves up to 15-8 off the back of the force by 7 map points here for them on their map pick. What a dominant performance.
I mean, this is just going to be Sinners with a very loud statement of how probably whatever happened on the first map is not representative of how good the team is. And this could very well be the last round. I mean, it is the best chance for Sinners to close out this one. As Honoris, they have kind of a bad buy. Sammy hitting, again, a nice headshot with the Eagle. B-Stick stuck, and they're losing players fast. Sinners, they're in a 2-1-4 right now. Audex rotating towards that A site. Shock is still in B, but Audex loses the duel against Raiko. And sure, Honoris, a good round found here.
Yeah.
I don't think Shock is actually going for this one. So each time I say this, I swear, every time it happens, whenever it is their best chance, they're playing against, I don't know, pistols or a weird buy, that's always the time where they lose their chance to close, well, technically, they don't lose the chance to close out the map, but they don't do it in that round, and they will probably do it in some weird situations, weird buy for them or something like that. That's what usually happens.
That's true. I mean, we'll have to wait and see if, Sinners are going to have some sort of a weird buy to work with, and maybe that'll catch Honoris off, but the weird buy this time works out for Honoris. I think that they just, Sinners were a bit sloppy in the gunfights in the early stages of the round, and they were never really able to recover it thereafter. At this point for Honoris, it's also just about saving face. It's about just recovering the confidence a little bit to go into that third map, with a little bit more momentum. You don't want to be losing, 16-7 when you could. Losing 16-11, 16-12 would feel better, right? You'd feel better about that performance going into the third map. Just mentally, it would make a difference. Can they continue to claw their way back? You know what, Pop? They win this 15-10 against the Force. Afterwards, it's an eco 15-11. There's a gun round there. If they win that gun round, then actually, I'd be converted at that point. Then I actually start to think maybe, just maybe, there's a way back into this one for them.
Well, Taz finds Oscar. And, well, if they actually manage to win this one, it's double digits for Honoris, a good chance for 11 as well. Zedko lands a nice headshot. Audex will take down Lunatic, but the trades are coming in. B-Stick, he is alone in a 1-on-3. And Honoris could string some rounds together here, get themselves into that good economy. Not that it matters if they lose a round, because that's when the game ends, but it matters if they lose a lot of players. Because they have to win, or they have to buy constantly here. Bomb will be planted by Taz. And B-Stick, well, he is in short. Is he going to peek into the crosshair of Sammy? Oh, yes, he will. B-Stick down to 2 HP. And that's it. Taz gets himself the double kill. That is double digits for Honoris. And an eco out of Sinners. So, yeah, Honoris, well, thinking about it here, if considering Honoris win this one, or should be able to win this one, Sinners buy at 15-11. If they lose that one, they will buy at 15-13, and they could be on an eco at 15-13. So that can actually turn out to be a good situation for Honoris. But they still need 4 rounds won. And make that 3, because they'll probably win against the USBs. That's not guaranteed, but chances are pretty high.
A lot of hypotheticals, but I agree. It does seem like there's a chance here for them to at least maybe make something of these next few rounds. It all comes down to that next gun round. That's where Honoris are going to have to prove themselves. There's been a couple Force buys here, a couple of ecos for Sinners. That next gun round is going to be the one that they look to try and finish off the map with. Take us to Ancient. Not talking about Taz.
Well, at least they get one with the USBs. A second one for B-Stick. Oh, Sammy missing another shot, and that could have been a third one. B-Stick. Hey, at least he gets one. For a full USB round, it is not bad. Getting a couple of kills, just dealing some damage to the economy. Now, Sinners, they have another chance to close, another good chance to close out the map. No op, and also FAMAS onto Audex. So this could still be a good chance for Honoris to close the gap between the two teams. There's no mistakes allowed on the side of Honoris, but if they get to OT, well, that's gonna be a different story.
This is a really bold call coming through from Sinners. They've got 3 players, not just the standard 2 players in the smoke right now. It starts to fade into its Monster. So many T's on the opposite side. They all end up on top of each other. Kills break out left, right, and center. Raiko decides to push forward at the back. That doesn't expect Oscar to be posted up in the corner. That's the bomb that's been dropped, and Oscar will lock it in control with that smoke grenade. Oh man, having the extra layer there, having the extra man makes a massive difference for the CT side. I love that insurance policy. Normally, you'll just see 2 players pushing through, but that extra layer makes such a big difference.
A minute left on the clock for the 3-on-2 in favor of Sinners. The bomb is down in their control. With Molly. The flush B-stick out of position. Or that's actually Audex. Alongside Oscar. Nade going through. Molly will come in as well. But he's not hiding by the barrels. B-stick was still holding for a potential flank through the A site, but as time gets lower and lower, Sobol, he hits the headshot Audex. He cannot miss here. He's actually going to be the second player peeking in. I think B-stick will be the first one to peek. He gets the frag onto Sobol. Sammy goes down. He got the headshot onto B-stick, but Audex, he ends it in favor of Sinners. And with that, 16-11, that will be the 1-1 and the third map on the horizon. Ancient, where both teams, their win rate is not looking all that good. 29 for Honoris, 25 for Sinners.
Yeah, definitely going to be a messy affair going into that third and final map of the series. At least it's going to be an even playing field. So it's not like there's a big advantage for either team. And this is the playoffs, so absolutely everything on the line. A spot against Astralis Talents in the quarterfinals, waiting for whoever wins the third and final map. But before that, we're going to take a quick break.
very complicated job, but I love simple things so much. One move. One push. One touch. One love. One click. One X-bet.
Tired of boring case openings? Do you always get only cheap skins? The Hellcase website has tons of options to upgrade your inventory. It's up to you to participate in giveaways, events, or compete with other players in opening cases. Hellcase, your world of expensive skins.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Third map here. Don't you worry, it hasn't started yet. It is the knife round on Ancient. Of course, it is the decider of this best of three, and we need to find out which team will start on the CT side, which team will start on the T side, and that's decided by the pistol, well, not by the pistol, by the knife round.
That's exactly it, Pop. And I feel like, I wouldn't say it's an absolutely massive knife round, but it's kind of important on a map like Ancient. Increasingly T-side, more T-sided than it used to be, but I would still say a CT-sided map. It is going to be Sinners who win that knife round quite comfortably, even able to stab each other out the end there. So we spoke about briefly that on paper, Ancient doesn't look like a great map for either of these two teams, Pop. But I would say I'd probably slightly favor Honoris based on their history. I mean, they picked Ancient when they played against Fours. That gives us an idea. It's a map that they're somewhat comfortable on. They beat Ecstatic on it 16-9. Ecstatic love that map. They beat Copenhagen Flames, who also enjoy the map this month. So I would probably slightly back Honoris from here. What you feeling?
I do feel like it is a very good showing from Honoris. At the same time, Sinners did win against Endpoint and had narrow losses against the Nine and Falcons, also against Iron Branch, but I wouldn't consider that like a very good indicator. And just by the fact that Honoris lost to Eternal Fire Academy 3 days ago, it was not that good. But I do hear we're ready, so let's see what Ancient has got to give to us.
Let's go. We step into the tombs, the temples, the overgrown land of Ancient. Honoris group up 4 players, pretty much all 5 towards the bottom of middle right now. Shock spots them out. Contact taken, but they continue to creep their way forward. Shock actually has no idea how many players have crept their way forward. Means it's going to be Oscar without much information. Players are charging in his direction right now. Gets caught off by Raiko. Great kill comes through from the P250. Sobel continues to charge, but there's effectively 3 players on the same bomb site for the CT side. They continue to be dealt with. Deco can't get a kill immediately. Will stop the bomb plant, but gets traded up by Lunatic. Shock eventually able to make his presence made known. Dancing in and amongst the bomb site. He will get a kill. Altex has to clutch 1v3, turn 1v2. Absolutely chaos here over on the same bomb site. Altex taps away, but it's going to be the trade train that works out for Honoris.
Lunatic making it work for the side of Honoris, getting the pistol round here on the T side. Now, both teams at least percentage-wise do better on the CT side. But usually, Honoris are the ones to lose the pistol round. Out of 14 pistol rounds, not including the previous one, they won only 2. This would be their
Wow.
third out of 15.
That's
And,
crazy.
The Sinners are closer. Well, they were on 50%. They were 4 out of 8. But with them winning the pistol round here, Honoris, they do have the buy, and it is Sinners on a force buy with the Eagles, with a 5-7, with a scout for Oscar, as we keep seeing him play that scout. But let's see if they can push through those pistols and onto the sites, because in the close quarter duels, especially inside the cave and Jaguar, stick, it can be a big issue for the side of Honoris with that 5-7.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly got some multi-kill potential with that 5-7 up close and personal. Playing on the fringe of his smoke grenade right now. Honoris taking their time. Waiting for their opportunity to pounce. Util starts to rain in. Zedko going to be the first point of contact. HE grenade does so much damage. Oh my god. Zedko looks to capitalize. Clean headshot comes through from him. Trade is the name of the game. Still, I mean, these players have been softened up, Pop. So even though Honoris get control of the bomb site, I don't think that this round's done just yet.
Oh no, Oscar. He has the right angle towards the side. Sammy. Oh, he wasn't Sammy peeking out. He was Taz, actually. Sammy will get the frag onto outtakes, though. Ryko, he takes down Oscar. And Shock left in a 1-on-4 with the Eagle. Trying to find something here, but even the Deagle save is not that bad, right? As they won't have enough money to get anything into the next one. Again, the scout was retrieved by the side. Oh no, never mind. The scout was retrieved, but he goes down to the bomb explosion, so that is not good because they would have had at least a chance to use the scout, right? And also to get them low HP, try and get the USPs, enable the USPs to get the frags. But as he goes down to the bomb explosion, it will only be USPs for the side of Sinners. No reason to buy into this one. Just go with the USPs and try and get some damage done. A couple of kills wouldn't be that bad, although they're stacking the wrong site. Or Honoris read the situation right, going straight into that A rush kind of play. And right now they're going to try to flank, but it's still going to be a bit hard to get the frags. Maybe not. Audex takes a lunatic. But they are being found here. Sobol. A quick double. Make that a triple, actually, in the whole round. And Oscar, yeah, he gets himself a Mac 10, but that's not really all that helpful. A flash that he can use, but he will soon be surrounded by the players from Honoris.
Another kill.
Taz just gets him out. Hey, 1 kill, it is decent for a full USP round in a full sack like that.
Yes, but if he gets a kill there with the Mac 10, look at his money. He has 5,950. He probably goes for... Well, he'll still have the AWP, but it's been dropped for him. So that's fortunate. All's well and ends well. Zedko going to be a bit light on utility as a result, but they've got everything that they need here coming to the first gun round. Certainly a bonus round here for Honoris. They've still got 4 Galils in play, Pop. If they can win this round, that would put them in such a good start here. I'll put them off to such a good start on Ancient.
Well, let's see if they can surprise, because they go at least a couple of players fastwards that A side, as they did in the previous round. Oscar already took down Sobol and mid. Zedko, he has a one-way. Ryko manages to trade onto B-Stick, but he goes down to Oscar, the double kill from the Opper. I feel like compared to how he was missing a lot of shots on Nuke right now, and also on Overpass, he has been pretty on point here, Oscar. Just lead starter, but when he gets going, it's very hard to stop him.
Yeah, absolutely one of those players, momentum-based, once the ball's rolling, one of the best to keep it going. Samey, well, just going to try and use what's left of the round just to see if he can maybe find a kill. But Sinners stamp their authority on the first gun round. And there we go. It's going to be your man Oscar to finish it off here, Pop. All 3 kills in the round. His first 3 frags is what I'm referring to.
And well, with that, they won't be able to force Honoris into an eco, but at least they deal a good amount of damage. They get the first round on the board, and also there's a good chance after this one he could be forced into an eco. Could be a good situation as they are on 1900 lost bonus. It is a technical pause, though. Hopefully, nothing too serious on the side of Honoris, as the 4 players not moving an inch. Actually, Sobald either. He just bought up earlier, but at this point, after getting forced into the 3rd map, and it is not looking like the best map for either of those teams, and we are in the round of 16 and playoffs, this is not the time for a technical issue. I mean, there's never a time for a technical issue, but especially at this point.
Yeah, it's untimely for sure. I guess this builds a bit of extra anticipation in the 3rd map here, right? First map was Nuke picked by Honoris. They won there. It always felt inevitable that Honoris would win that map. Just based, they were always in the lead. They always had a few rounds between themselves and Sinners. Got a bit close towards the end, but eventually they closed it out in the 29th round. On Overpass, it was much the same, actually. Sinners were in full control throughout that whole map, and then Honoris sort of fight back right at the end. So I'd kind of feel like both of the previous maps have been more one-sided than what the scorelines suggest. I wonder if Ancient will have something similar in store. Where do you think this one's going from here, Pop? Now that both teams have got rounds on the board, Sinners have got the most recent round behind them. They keep 5 guns in play, or 3 guns. They've got 5 here to work with. I guess Honoris will have a full investment as well, but with it being a pretty level playing field here early on in this first half, you don't really have a great idea. But where would you call it? What do you think is going to happen?
I feel like, judging by only the fact that both teams are not really all that proficient at this map, I would expect the trades just to be the rounds just to be traded here. I wouldn't expect the same situation as in the previous map where it was very one-sided, or on Nuke when they got that very fast start to the situation. As we do see live there, we go back into the game, and yeah, I think it's gonna be an equal playing field for those 2 teams, and it should make for an interesting decider to this best of 3.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a back and forth affair here. Hotly contested matchup. Both these teams desperately looking to get themselves into the quarterfinals. And it's Astralis Talent who wait in the quarterfinals, so it's not even like you have to play against a Fnatic or a 9 Samey. Well, we'll send Oscar into the afterlife. Great opening kill, AWP on AWP action. We love that. The Polish sniper comes out on top this time round. Phenomenal opening kill here for Honoris, though, countered with Shock, who bests Taz in middle.
Sammy trying to put a lot of pressure onto that B site at the same time. B stack takes down Raiko. Wow, hitting that headshot on the shoulder peak. Nice shot there. I think it was Sobald to hit it. Down to 10 HP. It is Shock. Lunatic gets good control of mid, but he gets past the scope of Audex. But is that enough? Because Audex is closing the gap between the two, between himself and the enemy player. Audex will find Lunatic in time, and right now with a 4-on-2 with Sinners, they convert into a round when B-Stack will make it even easier with a 4-on-1 right now.
Really solid recovery in the round coming through here from Sinners after they lose the first pick. It's not like things had ever really slipped out of control, but losing the first frag, not getting anything immediately in response, actually polish it off really easily. Love this angle here from Zedko. Can spot on his right-hand side, sees the gun barrel. He's going to go for the knife here. Oh, Samey. His spidey senses tingle. Now he has a chance to just fight and maybe keep his AWP in play. Zedko had the kill dead to right, decided to go for the knife, and missed shot there from Samey. Zedko even runs and charges at him there as he eventually finishes off the kill. Deficit reduced to just a single round, and that should be removed completely after this next round, as Honoris are not going to have any guns coming into it here, Pop. At least nothing to get excited about.
Old part of me wanted wanted the knife there to be punished, but it wasn't in the end because the round was over anyway. And in the end, they couldn't save the op. So right now, basically a full eco. Only a Tech 9 and a Deagle bought up there. Raiko and Lunatic, they do have the armor as well, so maybe they can get those weapons and try and get something done with that. Beastic, wow, Lunatic, nice shot. Beastic goes down. Outex, he's inside the cave, but they won't push through. They're actually focusing onto that A site. Shock is alone, and he's 18 HP. This is scary, but he can have support from Zedko. Is it fast enough?
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Taps.
man. He's one of those players. He has got a very clean one tap on him. You see it in effect there. Bomb Plant's still going to come through here for Honoris. Samey and Lunatic doubled up on top of each other. Samey wants an AK to work with as well. Don't overextend. Off on the angle. Posted up. Jump across from Lunatic. He is a Lunatic. Samey works in conjunction with him to get the kill. Artex comes through from Donut, able to get a frag of his own. They know that Lunatic is here as well. Excuse me. They know that Samey's here. It was Lunatic who fell. Artex will get both of the kills. It was an eco from Honoris. They come painstakingly close, Pop, but the round doesn't work out for them. I mean, at least you're still regarded as a success, getting 3 kills in a bomb plant in your eco, but they would have wanted to win the round considering how close they got.
Yeah, a very close situation, and I love that play. The jump and then the peek from down below, wonderfully done, but Sammy didn't realize that the player inside the donut was very, very close. Could have gotten it. I mean, it was really low, and he could have gotten a 1 and 2, but in the end, it is the round win of Sinners. And you do see the odds still being in favor of Sinners there. Make sure you check those out at cct.gg/1xbet. Do remember to bet responsibly. But now into mid.
Ooh, no.
Oh, the mollies. No, Oscar's gone.
Double
Oscar
molly.
is gone.
Did he not have a smoke grenade? I'm pretty sure he had a smoke. That's super
I think
unfortunate.
he smoked it after he went down.
It was too late, yeah, because of the double molly, he takes damage so much quicker. Kills continue to roll through. 3 versus 3 is the name of the game. Raiko, the difference maker, at least for the time being. Beastic still... Well, yeah, as he goes down, leaves Artex by himself in this B bomb site. Shock also gravitating in towards middle. That's where 2 players reside right now. For Honoris, he's going to step into both of them. Gets the kill on the first, but doesn't spot out Samey. Unfortunately for Shock. Gets around the corner just in time. Surely he's not going to stay alive here, right? No, his guardian angel doesn't have enough left in him to keep him alive, and it's going to be Artex in the 1v2.
Oh, Raiko. He spots him. Oh, headshot duel. Not the best to take, so... He'll go back. He will be playing it safe. Outex spamming through the smoke. Makes his position known. Will throw a smoke for himself. Also the flash, but it's going to be a hard situation to retake. He can wait for the smoke here. He has a defuse kit. Sammy. Get himself up on top of the site. Risky peek, but... Gotta do what you gotta do. And Raiko hits an instant headshot. That gets Honoris to yet again in the lead. But Sinners, they managed to tie up 3-3. They'll be able to buy up once again. Won't be the best of buys, but we'll see exactly what this one ensues.
Thankfully, Oscar had enough money to drop 2 M4, so it's only Beastic who has to settle for the MP9. Oscar still gets his AWP as well, so it's decent for Sinners, but if they lose this round, then they're going to be in a rough position, down 5-3 with no money in play. So a lot riding on this one here for the Sinners squad. As for Honoris, lots of utility in towards middle off the bat, and then they just group up in A main, all 5 of them. Oscar's here posted up on the angle right now. Problem is he doesn't have any utility. So after he gets the first kill, it's not like he can just drop a smoke or a molly to keep them at bay. Lunatic's up close. They're going to double peek from close and far. No, actually only Sadie peeks by himself. Gets left high and dry. Lunatic didn't get the memo. Oscar repositions himself. Flashed up though. Will have to fall back, but he's got teammates to support him.
A lot of util pulling through. Zedko, that's actually Oscar hitting the shot onto Lunatic. The bomb is down. He will re-peek, but look at the trades. Shock, he's been spotted. Snowball goes for the peek and actually gets the frag, even though he's down to 2 HP. He needs to be very careful of that molly. Outex, he is very close by. Spots Taz, takes him out. Sobol, I think he faked the bomb plant, but Outex reads the situation right, even though he does that. Raiko is the one to get the frag. And can Beastic. Oh, can he deny the bomb plant? Oh, he won't. But will it be the double peak? Gets himself the M4. Enough bullets for the double peak and for the double kill. B-Stick nails the headshots, and that will be Sinners getting the 4th. And this is looking like an equal map, Hayes, to be honest. Right now, just trading rounds.
Yeah.
This is full of action here on Ancient.
Absolutely. Exactly what we want on the Decider as well, right, Pop? I mean, you can't really blame Honoris in the 2v1, the fact that they decided to go for the double swing to try and finish it off. It's just because the second player peeking was so low that B-Stick just has to transfer and hit one bullet on the transfer, and he finds both of those kills instantaneously. Not enough money here for Honoris to invest either. They'd be better off just half buying, investing what they can. Although, it doesn't look like that's what they want to do. They know that there's a lot of pressure on that CT side economy as things stand, so they will actually buy up again, and it's a decent enough buy up for them to make something happen.
Aggression in mid from the side of Sinners. But at the same time, they're rushing towards A. Taz gets himself very close to Donut,
no.
and he
You
will
have a
actually
smoke grenade, Taz.
shock.
Yes,
I mean, they tried to get the opener, I guess, but
the thing is, like with the MAC-10, to take that fight at range just feels like such a big risk. And it's going to be the same result anyway. Look, they still plant and they don't have donut control. So why not just have settled for this in the first place? Anyway, they can't anymore. 5v4. Bomb plant does come through. Slow flank out of Sobol. Incendiary is going to force Lunatic forward. It's a double peek out of himself, and Raiko B-Stick once again going to be able to double down.
oh, Sobol on the flank behind 3 players, but he might be too late to the party. Oh no, he won't. He could line up too. No one's on the bomb just yet, but Sobol manages to get himself the double kill. The one-on-one against B-Stick. No one is defusing. I think the bomb was tapped at one point, but he will go down to the
doesn't
bomb.
have the kit. Oh my goodness gracious me. Sobol blows his full load. Full magazine from the AK. Full Glock magazine as well. Little does he know, B-Stick's not sticking the defuse. His heart's already in his stomach because he knows the round is over. Honoris once again regain the lead.
And will it be Sinners surprising here? Because you have 2 players on 1600, 1550. They could go for a force buy. Actually, not going to. Okay, I respect it. Leico just to try and get a better chance into the next one. But that means Honoris, they have a good chance in converting this one into a round win as well. And to get ahead with 2 rounds in the bag. But of course, they need to go through the USBs and also the M4 of B-Stick. Let's not count out B-Stick just yet, as he's been a beast. And the second map, and we'll see if he can do it here as well.
Taz clear your corners, hasn't cleared his corner the whole way through. We'll still get a kill before he goes down. I think that Shock's going to feel a little bit hard done by there, because I think, was it Oscar who was in the corner? Takes a second or 2 before he starts going for the kill. Might have been able to get the frag in time to keep his teammate alive, but it's semantical. Or it's just semantics, should I say. B-Stick continues to pad the stats. He was so damn good on Overpass. Top of the server here for his team as well. Tie for the top of the server across the board. As Honoris go clear 6-4 here on the T side of their map.
Will he be able to win this duel as well? Just to hold on to the weapon here. Raiko is very close, not expecting the close angle, and that should be B-Stick just able to save that AK. As Honoris get the 6. And into round 11 we go. The possibility for a buy here for the side of Sinners. Although one player will still struggle and probably play Hamas, either Outix or Zedco. It will still be a buy. Remember, this is not the last game of the day. There's still another best of 3 right after this one. It is Fnatic taking on Let Us Cook. And while some of us think that's going to be a fast one, some of us hope it's not going to be a fast one, but we'll see what happens right after this map ends, of course. And we're going to have a victory between Honoris and Sinners. B-Stick taking down 1, but look at the aggression from Taz.
Oh man, round over, job's done. I love this change of pace so damn much. Being called through by Lunatic. They just charge straight into the B bomb site. Raiko will go down to Oscar. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a kit and he doesn't have a teammate either. Zedko's fallen and they know where Oscar is as well. There's no money left in play for Sinners. They would love to get the kill onto the sniper player. And Sobel has him locked in right now as things stand. Look how much respect they're giving him, Pop. They're not pushing him. They're not rushing him. They know that if he had a kit, that there's a really good chance he can win the round. Sobel posted up. Will get taken down. Okay, that's going to be Oscar's ticket to safety. So at least he'll keep the sniper in play, or he should. Kaz hears the footsteps. Won't do anything about it. Okay, 7-4. Great change of pace coming through there from Honoris. Really big fan, and it works phenomenally well. Superior utility usage as well, I must say.
I was just looking at the photos of the players here, and Oscar, you look at him, and he's just this happy guy. It makes you root for him. You look on the side of Honoris, and everyone is so serious and so menacing, and then you see Oscar and also Shock, and they're all happy. They're all happy to be playing the game. Now the problem is happiness doesn't win you games, and it is 7-4 right now for Honoris. They did struggling through another round here, Sinners, and it is Deagles alongside the op of Oscar. But can those Deagles convert into a round win? That is the main point in that they're trying to make here. They're trying to stop Honoris from getting even more here on the T side, as, again, percentage-wise, CT side is better for those two teams. Raiko, very close to B-Stick, inside Jaguar, at least has control of Jaguar, but he's by himself right now. If B-Stick gets that kill, there's no one that can trade.
Yeah, that's true. Lots of responsibility being put on Raiko's shoulders right now. That's probably why he's not overextending and overstepping the mark, right? Probably why he's just holding this particular angle and no further. In the meantime, his teammates work their way in towards middle, clearing it out systematically, methodically. And as they do, Raiko should realize there's more and more of a chance that there has to be somebody in towards this part of the map. Oh, he does clear his corner. Great awareness there from Raiko. B-Stick hoping and praying he doesn't get checked and cleared, but unfortunately he does. That's a lot of real estate gained now for Honoris off the back of that kill in towards Cave. Yeah, clean shot out of Artex. Does he have another one in him? Unfortunately not.
Oscar will be peeking in here, misses the chance into Raiko, and now the problem is they know where he is, so he has to run away, try and save that op, also the AK onto Zedko. Sure, they might have enough money for another buy, but of course an AK cannot be bought up on the CT side. As Honoris, they're not being too overly aggressive. Their money's not that good. I mean, Lunatic, Sobel, and Raiko, they will surely be happy that they're saving the weapons, so they're not going to go too far with this hunting. So those two weapons should be okay in the hands of Sinners. But Honoris, get another one on the board. That is round 12 in the board for them. 8 on the side of Honoris, and Sinners, let's see how their buy looks after, of course, a tactical pause.
It does feel like Ancient has become a more T-sided map. I'm not saying it's now a T-sided map, but it has become more T-sided than what it was. Might even be 50-50, I don't know. I've cast a lot of Ancient recently, and just based off the eye test, just off of how successful his T-sides have been, the number of comebacks I've seen on the T-side as well, I feel like the T-side's actually got something going at the moment right now on Ancient. Honoris in a great position here, and if they win this round, Pop, then 9-4 pretty much certainly becomes 10-4. They are in the ascendancy.
Well, let's see what this tactical pause gets going for Sinners. It is not a bad buy for them at all. They are missing a lot of defuse kits, though. It has been a problem in a previous round, but Taz tries to be aggressive again, and Zedko this time can catch him off guard. Right, looking in towards Jaguar, but B-Stick won't peek out just yet. With the help of that smoke, he can peek into mid, but no one is there to contest that mid area, because there's two players holding down there from Sinners. Will there be a flash? Can there be a flash actually here to line up B-Stick? So Raiko has a good chance to peek him.
I was surprised it wasn't a flash for Taz to peek out of when he pushed through that smoke out of middle. 3 versus 5. Great starts to the round here for Sinners. Good to see that they're still playing their game. not afraid to get into the faces of their opponents, making moves. Men on a mission on the CT side. Zedko on an off angle. Adds another one to his team's tally. He's taking damage in the process, but they won't really mind that. Samey misses a chance, misses a frag there, a chance to get a better standing in the round. Beestick separates the two remaining teammates, throws the flash into Samey. That's going to give him the audio cue, and he will connect on the shots as well. 14 and 8. What on earth did Beestick have for breakfast today? Because he is in great form in this match, particularly in the second and third maps of the series.
Well, only a couple of rounds left out of this first half. Honoris already won it. They cannot be overtaken in the first 15, but Sinners, they could get close. They could get to 7, get them an even better chance on the T side, right? Of course, the map initially was very CT-sided, but right now I would argue against it. Taz, it's the first
There we go.
one. Ooh, tries to go for the second one. The molly would be enough to force back Zedko. Taz headshotted by Zedko, but it was a good chance. 9 HP, and back to a 3-on-3 we go, actually, after Oscar takes down Sobel.
Yeah, lots of individual parts and pieces across the map here for Honoris. And while it worked out initially for them to get the first 2 picks, there's been a response that's come through from Sinners, and in fact, Artix has found a good timing on the peak there. Gets the frag. There's 3 players over towards the speed bomb site. Lunatic gets traded. It's only Samey left remaining. He knows where both of the remaining players are now in the 1 versus 2. He's got so much time to work with here as well as he edges his way forward. Artix is on the flank right now, though, closing the door in on Samey. Does he start to consider this as a possibility? Do Sinners start to think he isn't even here? Timing couldn't have been worse. Artix falls. Zedko left. He's only got, 9 points of health to his name right now.
More coming through.
Oh, wow.
And
Samey.
also, 40 seconds left. There's more than enough time for Sammy to do whatever he wants. He also has a second smoke and a molly. Zedko will just hang in the middle of the map, trying to rotate fast into wherever Sammy is planting, but it's going to be very hard for Zedko, considering Sammy has an AK.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to get the free bomb plant as well. As you say, really difficult now. Samey's opted for the rifle instead, and he's going to hit that one shot to get the kill. Honoris make it 9-5. Oh, goodness. I mean, they did get off to a really nice start to the round to get a 5v3. We saw the flash come through for Taz that time when he was pushing through the bottom middle smoke. That's exactly what I was talking about. They needed that flash in the round before that as well when he died. This time he's able to get the opening kill and a lot of damage onto Zedko. And that damage inevitably, or should I say ultimately, was what made the difference in the clutch in the 1v1. So, yeah, it was a lot of impact out of Taz. Last round of the half. Sinners piece together what they can afford. It's not too bad.
Well, Honoris, they actually make it, they get a comfortable lead here right now, which at the middle of the map, it seemed like, or at the middle of the first half, it wasn't really looking like it was possible, but look at those peaks there. Lunatic taking down Zedko as well. This is a 5-on-2 with Audex and B-Stick. A FAMAS, an M4, a couple of flashes, a smoke, no defuse kit. The bomb has yet to be planted, just now making its way towards that A site. And Sinners, this is not a winnable, but it is looking very bad for them.
I'd go so far as to say unwinnable. I mean, great positions taken up by Honoris as well. Look at how none of them are moving. They've just got, they're already locked in for their post plant. Probably start to creep in towards Donut or top middle as the bomb plant now comes through. There's no catch-up for Sinners either. At least they get an early frag onto Lunatic. Makes this one a little bit more doable. Samey with the AWP though will just get the trade immediately afterwards. Flash, unfortunately a second too late. And B-Stick, well, this is a formality. Only 16 points of health. Samey finishes off with a clean 1-tap. Tech9 gets the job done. 10-5. What a great first half on the T side coming through from Honoris, Pop.
Yeah, double digit in the first 10, or in the first 15, I should say. And right now, well, it's not that big of a difference as it was on the previous map, right? It was in 11-4, where the pistol round could have gone into 14, and so on and so forth. Right now, Yeah, sure, they can get to 13, but that is still doable for the side of Sinners. Pistol round should be very important. Then again, we go back to the statistics where Honoris, usually their pistol rounds are very bad. Right now, they're 3 pistol rounds won out of 15 played in the past. Well, I'm going to go back on that. In the past 6 maps. Because there's a game also against 1 win. Oh, actually, that brings down the the number of pistol rounds, so that's not helpful. But
Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
their pistol round is not they're not usually all that good, and I can only feel like if they manage to get the pistol round and extend the lead, it can become a little bit desperate for the set of Sinners. But again, that doesn't mean that they necessarily win the game only by the pistol round, because of course, if Sinners get the bomb planted, we're gonna see probably a force buy out of them. So there's enough space for Sinners to move around on this map as well. And we do see a defuse kit and a smoke from the side of Honoris. Lunatic, of course, hanging on to those. Odds still favoring Sinners, although I think that they should be swapped around as Honoris are leading by
Yeah, I
5
think those
rounds.
are old odds. I don't think those are accurate reflections, even if they were reversed. I don't think that that's how they would look. So Ball needs to be careful. Doesn't realize Shock is so close right now with the P250 tapping away. He's run out of ammo. So many missed shots from both teams. In the meantime, Sinners will actually be able to push into the completely open A bomb site. They get the plant. Man advantage for the CT side. A kit and a smoke in play on Lunatic, but it's going to be an easy retake here for Honoris.
Oof, Raiko, nice shot on Oscar. Going for some more. Zenko on sight. Surprises Lunatic. Gets a double. But Sammy will finish him off and B-stack.
No ways.
He is by himself. Going down to Sammy. Quick headshot. Taz went for the defuse, and that is it. The pistol round going the way of Honoris. And
they've done it, Pop. They've
again,
won another pistol round. They've won both pistol rounds here in Ancient. You said they won, what, 3 out of 14 before this map?
Before this map, it was 2 out of 14.
2 out of 14.
Actually, I'll put it before they had this lineup. So it was 1 out of 12.
Okay. So 1 out of 12 for Honoris. And now they win 2 out of 2. So that makes it 3 out of 14.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least they won 2 here when it mattered the most. Huge pistol round for them to win. Force buy in response from Sinners. Grouped up in A main. They're just going to look to try and execute their way forward.
Sinners grouped up towards A main. Inside A main, I should say. Nade doesn't reach Zedko. Would have been a very good nade from the side of Sobol. Kaz looking down into mid through Donut. As Sinners, they're slowly repositioning themselves. Sobol goes down to Zedko. Was in A main, of course, and that's gonna prompt the rotation out of Raiko going towards window, tagged by the scout. Fast peek, but they had no info in mid.
Go Taz.
Behind the site, taken out by Outex, and that is a site, well, not completely open, but Raiko, he will be surprised from his right side, and that is, well, basically should be the round for Sinners.
Absolutely massive force buy won by Sinners, because if they lose this, then it's, what, 12-5, 13-5 after the anti-eco. So this is a huge reprieve for them. I mean, they were kind of fanned out, asking a few questions across the map, and then they figured out that their best opportunity was to get in towards that A bomb site. They didn't hesitate. Honoris were kind of caught off guard there, right? Taz's position wasn't great. They didn't have any information.
With that, as you said, Sinners, a round that had to be won just to stop Honoris from getting a good streak in as the second half started. Sure, they might be 5 rounds away, but 5 rounds can go by just like that. And because that was the force buy after the pistol round that Sinners won, Honoris, they will have to force up as well. Sammy and Lunatic can drop some SMGs and have an interesting buy here, but no, it's not going to be any drops. And actually, Sammy doesn't buy up anything, which is very surprising. He could have gone for some util. I mean, sure, maybe he wants to get that op out ASAP, but why not have an even better chance than this one? He's down to 46 already, a nade came through. Lunatic.
Oh, Lunatic, yeah, hoping to have created a bit of a one-way for himself. Beastic with the Mac 10, drives by. No damage done. Lunatic evades the HE grenade for the most part. Essentially a stalemate. It does look like Honoris have reacted quite a lot to all that attention over on the B bomb site, and that leaves them vulnerable on the opposite side of the map here.
To say Altex was looking to that tight gap, but no one to be spotted. They're still looking into this B side. Beastic takes down Lunatic. Ryko gets himself the Galil. Gets only one kill. Sobol with a 5-7 will take down Oscar. He knows there's a second player here. Sammy is very low, but Shock took down Taz in the meantime. Sammy, he's not looking in the right direction. Outex will just get the headshot, and Sobol, he's the last one standing with that Galil. The bomb will make it into that A site. And right now, Sobol, I think the best idea is just to save the weapon. No reason to try and go for this one, as they will be on another eco into the next round.
Well, the force buy isn't successful for Honoris. Good attention to detail from Sinners in terms of how they go about picking and choosing their fights. Not overly aggressive, but not sitting too passively either. Sort of just holding the choke points, and then as the run progresses, they start to make their moves. Kept their options available as well. Could kind of pivot whichever way was the best for them in the round. Also, good job in terms of keeping tabs on who was where, because there were kills coming through in pretty quick succession, but they knew that Sobol was the last remaining threat in towards Cave because he got that frag a little bit early on in the round, so they were able to respond accordingly. Honoris now will eco. Great chance here for Sinners to make it 11-8.
Yeah, Sinners. Exactly what they needed with that force buy win. Just to make sure that Honoris force up into the next one. And get them into an even worse position right now into an eco with only that Galil of Sobol and sure a couple of upgraded pistols but no armor. Ryko and Sammy. Sobol is gonna try and pick up the pace, but Outex.
Oh man.
He's the first frag he gets. The first frag he gets. My brain oofed a little bit there, but it is a 5-on-4, and right now with the pistols, it's just going to be very hard even to get one more. Maybe the 5-7. Oh, well, the P250, as the 5-7 was distracted, but...
Yeah. You could understand what Sobol was thinking. They're trying to get aggressive towards ramp. You know, with the A1S, the hero rifle is hoping to find a way to get into the round. A little bit of a bait and switch setup coming through. Lunatic taking the attention away from Ryko. But Shock, not too tempted, knows that Lunatic has to come to him eventually, so no need to overextend. And it is going to be an easy conversion here for Sinners at the end of the day. It's just going to be keeping numbers alive. Ryko doesn't have the patience that Shock does, and Shock will be able to get both of the kills here as a result. Surely just a matter of time. In fact, he doesn't want to have to hang around to find out. He'll let Zedko finish off the job. 11-8 Sinners continue to claw their way back.
Only 3 rounds between those two teams, and this buy from Honoris is going to be very important. Up for Sammy. An AUG for Sobol, interestingly enough. Kind of focusing on this longer range duels. Curious where will the AUG be played? It seems like the A site. Oh, aggression in mid. Taz takes down Shock, and that is the opener for the side of Honoris there in mid. It was interesting to see the play unfold there in mid, but they went from smoke to smoke, and I think Taz just spotted a sliver under the hand of a player or something like that. And right now, being in a player advantage situation, Honoris looking onto Lunatic inside the cave to try and get some kills here. Dick checks the corner. It was a little bit late, but still nails the shot.
Can't miss that.
Oh, this is bad. Ryko tries to make it a little bit better, make it back to a 3-3, but can we get one more? Oh, yes,
Huge
he can.
frag. Absolutely huge kill onto Zedko. I love Raiko's repositioning. Eventually, he will get cut down. He looks to try to be the hero in the round. Sobol, the next man up to the plate, will find a kill. Oscar knows that the player is low, so he just forces the issue, charges him down with the Tech 9 Taz left against Oscar. It's the two legends on the server, down in the 1v1. Bomb plant comes through. Oscar will get his AWP out just in time. Taz comes around the corner. Doesn't have a kit. Oscar will be spotted as he crosses in towards Cave. Taz gets the kill for free. And Honoris pick up their 12th.
And well, there's only one legend staying alive here. Taz winning the round for Honoris. And that gets Honoris to 12 in the first buy round. They do get the job done. But let's see what Sinners have to answer with, because they have a lot of money in the bank. They already have the full buy lined up here against the side of Honoris. And Honoris, they did win the round, but look at their buy. They have an MP9 onto Lunatic. Raiko missing a lot of util. So there's still very, very high chances for Sinners to try and get this one done as well, as they send 4 players outside B main, looking to take control at least close. No one's going to peek into them, and they're actually going to play Cave very passively.
Yeah. I like this variation. They know how important this round is. Don't want to give up any early unnecessary fights. Sammy with the AWP posted on the angle. All Lunatic. He is crazy. I guess the clue's in the name. Sammy forced off the angle by the flash. Goes back. And he will get cut down. Great kill out of Altex. Lunatic take a little bit of damage through the smoke there. The jump across obviously compromises his position. Oh, this is looking so uncomfortable for the CT side right now. But looks like, well, is there going to be a shift from the attack?
Honoris, they might be getting some info here, but it's not the right info. Taz missing a chance to take down Shock, and might be overwhelmed here soon enough. Oh, the flash is perfect. He gets one onto Zedko, but he will be traded by Altex. In the meantime, Raiko with a quick double, and Shock, he's in a 1-on-2. Peeks down into Cave. No one is there to be taken out. 30 seconds for Shock to get his play done, but Sobol would just shut him down.
Huge.
13 for the side of Honoris, and Sinners, they can still buy, but not for long. And if they don't get the next one, then it's a problem. Then it's going to be serious point for Honoris.
Goddamn, Raiko has just been phenomenal on the maps that, well, first of all, on Nuke, where Honoris won.
Yeah.
And he's been great here on Ancient as well. 21 frags to his name. 3 instrumental kills in that previous round as well. Was looking good, so good for Sinners, who have enough money to buy here, but pop if they lose this round. They don't have any cash left, and it's 14-8. Aggressive in towards the A bomb site. Serbal's certainly going to hear all these audio cues. Drops a smoke grenade to try and make things a little bit uncomfortable here for the T side. But I think that Honoris is just going to have to play for the full 5-on-5 retake.
Well-planted Sammy not checking his corners. That is Shock taking down the enemy AWPer. Now, he's still staying aggressive, still staying in front of the site. Is there a flash to come through? There can be, but he has one of them. Shock in the duel against Raiko. Taz is getting closer. Taz actually nails the shot. Zedko will take down Lunatic, but he's down 25 HP. There's Oscar by the 3. Very good position. Sobol missing that chance, and that should be it. Yeah, with Beastic also flanking through mid. Sinners, they get themselves to 9, and they get another one on the board. Honoris, I was saying how it was a very important round, and if they win it, they make it to series point. Right now, they're in a very dire situation. Money is a big issue. Raiko on 1400. Taz is on 1700. We could even see a force buy at this point, and it seems like it will be a force buy from the side of Honoris. Sammy not buying anything because, of course, he wants to get that up. But Sinners, they have a good chance to getting even to 11.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a sort of like a half buy, double save type of thing here from Honoris, as you say. 11 looking ripe for the taking here for the side of Sinners. I mean, very bold option to just go for that aggressive play in towards A in the previous round, just charging their way through, but it worked out wonderfully. And now it's just about being cautious.
Ooh.
Bit of damage done, but really should be no way for Sinners to slip up against this sort of investment.
Smoke into window. Taking their time there. Sinners not trying to make any wrong moves. Zedko has to win this duel, and he does against Sobol. Raiko took down Shock. And Taz is in a prime position to get at least a kill with the 5-7. Zedko, will he check the angle? In the meantime, in mid, oh, they're getting the kills. Taz took down Zedko, but Oscar manages to trade Lunatic, the last one standing, and hey, it is good damage. They take down 3 players. It was getting risky for Sinners. Honoris, they will be forced into an eco. Probably we're going to see some more of those 5-7s because they're getting some good damage in, but it still should be 13-11 by the time the round ends.
Yeah, we should see a similar sort of investment coming through here from Honoris. Still don't trust those 1x bet odds because they are not accurate, unfortunately. I think the game might actually be closed on 1x bet, so that's why we don't have the live odds anymore. That's probably what they were at the start of the map anyway. Sinners with a chance here to reduce that deficit to just 2 rounds as their individual is starting to look better and better as the map is going on. Shock, unfortunately, has been a lot more underwhelming compared to what we saw out of him, or should I say far more underwhelming compared to what we saw out of him on Overpass. So that's a bit rough. Still time for him to get his campaign back on track. And yeah, maybe against the pistols he can pad himself some statistics. So there we go. Quad kill coming through for him on the spray down. That's going to make him feel a bit better.
Right now, Honoris, they will buy up here. This is a very tense situation for Honoris. This could be the chance for Sinners to tie up the game. But it all comes down to if they don't manage to win this round. Sinners desperately looking for this one. Economy is looking good as they're on 1400 loss bonus. But what is the approach to the round here from Sinners? Because of course they're trying to come back fully into this game, into this map, into this best of 3 rather, because they were down 1-0 after they lost the first map, the map pick of Honoris. It was Nuke finished off with a 16-13 scoreline. Lunatic goes down to Audex. Sobol with the AUG won't land the shot. Molly will turn Raiko away from the site, and that could very well be the moment Sinners get themselves the 12th round. I don't think Honoris go for this one. Trying to save those weapons. Now with that smoke, they do give away their position. But we'll see if that plays a big role, and if they actually can take down those weapons. Because if they can, then it's going to be a big problem. B-stick. Oh, to take down Raiko. Sammy, can he hold on to the off? Missing the no-scope. That is very bad. Taz goes down. Sammy, 9 HP. And he's going to go down to the pistol of shock. Oh, this is not looking good. This is not looking good at all for Honoris. Playing the pistols in a 13-12 scoreline. Into round number 26 we go. We do see armors on 3 players from Honoris. 5-7s, a Deagle, a P250. Mostly it's Sinners. Ooh, I wasn't to see Sinners. Good chance to even tie the things up, but Sobol took down Zedko instantly. Oscar will find Lunatic. Shock, he can be overwhelmed here, especially from this 5-7, and oh, he will. 4 on 3. Let's not count Honoris out of this round. Sobol into the molly. Down to 14, trying to surprise, but he won't be able to surprise anyone just yet. B-stick is still on med. Could be the flank. Sammy hiding in the corner, but we've seen Sinners check their corners constantly. E-stack, will he check left side this time? Oh, he will. Takes down Sammy. Outex looking in towards the smoke. He just threw towards CT spawn. B-stick will find Raiko. Sobol on 14. Probably just saving is the better idea. Or just trying to get some exit frags. Taz behind the smoking CT. Oscar nails the shot onto Sobol. And Taz, he's going to be okay. Oh, maybe not. Outix gets Taz. And that is going to be 13-13. All equal once again between those two teams. Sinners looking to take control here at the end of the map, towards the end of the map. Looking to take the advantage. Can they do it? As the big question. Honoris on another buy. A double op setup, a must-win round. That is what the double op setup says. But can Sinners still pull through that double op setup? A pre-fire through the smoke. Nothing has been found so far. Oscar will be the first one to peek. He's being held by Sobol. The duel of the oppers. Well, actually, Sobol's not the main op, but still has an op. Oh, he will swing. That is Zetko actually swinging first, and Sobol gets the first one. Oscar tries to trade, but he wasn't able to. Molly comes through. Taz, in the meantime, falls to Shock, and that's Donut open. Shock, he can plant the bomb. Raiko's very close by, but Oscar will miss that one. And right now it is player advantage for Sinners. 4-on-3 as the double ops are still in play. But they're probably just going to back away from the site. Lunatic is very far away inside the cave.
Round over. No way for Honoris to do anything here. Pop, as I announced myself returning. Just a quick tech issue my side. Apologies about that, guys. And it looks like I've missed some fight back here from Sinners. They're going to get themselves the lead here on Ancient Pop. That is a remarkable fight back coming through from them. If they can get these exit kills as well, that would be absolutely huge. Flashbang completely blinds up Samey. He'll go down. Sobol's position made known. Lunatic steps out to try and keep his teammates alive. He gets a lot of frags, but he'll die to the bomb explosion anyway. No money for Honoris. At least not enough to invest into a full buy. And that should be a free ticket to number 15 for Sinners.
Tactical pause. Understandable right now from Honoris. They are not in the great spot they were before. Being led right now.
8 up.
Yeah, Sinners just really close to getting that map point, series point even. Thinking about maybe we should stick to the USPs, get some pistols, or maybe even fully invest. I'm sure we have some nice skins into those onto those weapons. So make sure you get your skins at Hellcase, our partner at CCT, and also check out the banner under below. We have a giveaway. Maybe you win. Who knows?
I've won a giveaway before, Pop.
I haven't.
It was Just Harry's giveaway. You know the caster, Just Harry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I suppose Harry and Hugo's Twitter handle is Just Harry. That's why I called him that. But yeah, so that was cool. That was like 4 years ago. So maybe you guys could be lucky like I was. Either way, Honoris, they've gone for a half buy. Hero rifle on Taz. Oh man, Sinners have just been so dominant in these 6 rounds in a row that they've won.
A Hero M4 from Taz. They're trying to be aggressive in mid. And also towards B main. And they actually get control of B main. Some good map control here for Honoris for a change. But can Honoris convert somehow this weak buy into a round win?
Surely not. Like, the fact that they've lost 6 rounds in a row, the way that they've lost those rounds, should be no way for them to win this round here. They have no right in making that happen. That would be completely against the run of play, but couldn't completely count them out of it. Let's see. Taz with that hero rifle going to be where the action comes through. Can he get a multi-kill is the question. Steps out one. All it is out of him. Damage onto Altix earlier on in the round though. So with 40 seconds on the clock, This one's going to be slightly uncomfortable for Sinners as they start to make their way across towards B.
Snowball, he might be too far away from the action for this flank to actually be
Oh my goodness, Pop.
so important. Oh,
15 seconds. But they're going to go back to A. They're running into Snowball's AK. 10 seconds. Knife out. Shock will make it just in time. My God, they left this one so incredibly late. He's got it just in time. I still have faith, I believe.
No.
No bomb plant. They need the kills. They won't get the kills. The round's over. By the nature of time alone, Sinners have miscalculated. And it means it's 14-14.
oh God, that is a big mistake on the side of Sinners. Against the pistols, it was such an easy situation.
Oh my goodness, that was too late for them to decide to try and change up the approach. And we haven't seen them with that sort of panic yet on this T side. They've been so calm. But that was a panic decision. And look at the response. Imagine Honoris win the 16-14 Pop.
Well, it's not out of the realm possibility just yet. I mean, what a mistake and panic from Sinners we haven't seen in this best of 3 at all. I don't know what happened exactly there, but they need to pick themselves up again. They are the ones who came back into this game. The double stack inside the cave as they're trying to push through. B-Sticky was spotted. Ryko will take him down, but Oscar trades. Sammy looking into main. Outex.
Oh my God.
Nice shot there just to open up the B side, and that is it. Honoris, no way to go for this one. Taz and Sobol, they're on the A side. They know the site has been overrun. And the bomb just now making its way towards the site.
Okay.
Surely they save.
Yeah, they will. They definitely will. And Sinners will make it 15-14. So the punishment for Sinners is that they only get one map in series point, because they're still going to get to 15 first, but they only have one chance of closing this map out. Whereas they should have had 2. Looking for the 2-1. They were down 13-8 at one point. The only round they've lost since then was against the Eco. They have to win one more, add one more counter to the tally, and the job will be done, and they march on to the quarterfinals, where they'll play against Astralis Talent.
Oh, no, he's been hurt. Sobol. Risky, but he gets the kill. It was a very scary duel. We'll go for some more. It's 1-1 to a shock. Oscar is there. The op will take out the pistol, and well, that's not going to be a problem. Surely losing that op and giving it over to Sammy won't be a problem for Sinners. Full on clueless, but for Sinners, they can still buy. No doubt about it. 15-14 into round number 30 we go. Last round of regulation. Sinners, they have one chance to close out this map. Honoris, they have one chance to force overtime on the deciding map of this best of 3. It's been an insane series.
Oh my goodness.
B-Stick takes down Lunatic through the wall.
No
Oscar
ways.
finds Taz. Ryko.
Blind. He was blind when he gets the kill on Taz as well. So the one kill is a wall bang at range. It wasn't like he was even on the opposite side of the wall. That was a deep wall bang that comes through. Ryko wants to respond, makes his way onto the ledge. Great kill there on Oscar. Okay, Ryko. I see you. So does Oscar. Sammy going to be the next man up with the AWP. They're taking turns to be the players to try and get this round back into Honoris' contention. Big kill out of Sammy. Complete oversight of Zetko's position, though, will cost him his life. 3v2 ensues.
Well, 3v2, A side is completely open. Ryko, if he goes down here, it's going to be a big issue. Shock was spotted. Not taking the duel up front. 45 HP, it's too risky. And of course, with 40 seconds left on the clock, they're trying to decide which site is the best to attack. Taking control of mid. Actually going into window. They could be able to flank both sides if they want to. But I think Honoris at some point, they're going to expect it. Slowly moving in. Slowly walking towards the A site. That is where Raiko is hoping for the peak and hoping for the right timing. It won't be the case. Oh, the smoke comes in. Raiko, he hasn't been spotted, takes down the bomb planter, but he will be taken down by Shock. And right now it is Sobol in
He's
a
got it.
1-on-2
Oh,
to
he's
try
got it
and get
just
a
in
clutch.
time. This time they've got enough time to plant the bomb pop. That was the case at 13-14. They weren't able to. It's all on Sobol. 1 versus 2. No kit, but time probably not going to be the issue. He has a flash, edges his way forward, looking for his first point of contact before he gives up his position. Continues to push through, but he's going to push into the crosshair. Zedko gets the kill. 16-14. Sinners win the round of 16 playoff matchup 2-1.
What a way to win this best of 3. It was a 1-0 in favor of Honoris. They won the first map. It was Nuke to start off this best of 3. 16-13 in favor of Honoris. Then Overpass. Sinners, a very good T half, and they managed to win it 16-11. Right now on Ancient, both teams struggling a little bit with their win rate. That's what I'm trying to say. And right now they managed to win it 2-1. Sinners, they make it further into the playoffs. Honoris, they stop here.
Yeah, absolutely. Great work coming through there from Sinners after they lost that first map to fight back the way that they did. Very impressive on Overpass. And a great comeback on Ancients as well. 13-8 down, even losing an anti-eco round and still winning the map 16-14. Yeah, great work out of them, must be said. Next up is going to be Let Us Cook versus Fnatic. Pop, you and I are going to be covering that game as well, so we don't need to give our thoughts on that matchup right now. We're going to be jumping into a break because we're about 30 minutes behind schedule. So that last game of the day, Let Us Cook versus Fnatic, is going to be coming up next. So don't go too far, and we'll get going with that pregame.